Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Welcome on back. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. And good to see you. Good to see all of you. Morning Moon, thank you for the 47 months at the positron level. I don't know why your slime didn't show up. Was that just me? Did I not see a slime show up for your notification? I don't know why that would be like that. But happy Trans Day. What the heck? No, you did not just do that. Wait, what in the world? Well, there are the slimes now. Morning Moon coming in with the 50 gifted memberships to the community. We'll get ready for the most beautiful slime parade you've ever seen. Holy cow, Morning Moon. Thank you for the insane amount of generosity. I can't even hope to read off all these names in a reasonable amount of time. Wallagug got gifted a membership. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Oh, this is insane. What an insane start to a stream. Thank you for your 47 months of support at the positron level and for Happy Trans Day of Visibility. Want to see something funny. Want to see... Oh my god. This is not... This is... I have no words for this. I have no words. Thank you so much for for your incredible generosity. That's in... How is... Thank you. I guess just thank you. I don't know what to say. You never expect something like that. That's especially just like on a random Tuesday. I guess it's not a random Tuesday. Happy Trans Visibility Day. Oh my goodness. Well, there you go. Hope you don't get sick of this sound, because we gotta... I don't know how many more slimes to go here. It goes one at a time. If I had known that this was gonna happen, I would have set it up so I could do, like... so it would do, like, all 50 at once or something like that. But no, this makes it feel even more special. Even more impactful. Look at all those beautiful slime colors for all the new memberships rolling in. I still can't believe... I'm just looking at it. Morning Moon, you threw me off my game right at the start of the stream here. Thank you so much. I had, like, things I wanted to say, things I wanted to talk about, and now I just, like, am so flummoxed. Let me take a little hydration break and recover myself, do a little mental reset here. Amazing. Truly amazing level of support. Huge love in chat for Morning Moon. I mean, I know you've already been sending the love in chat for Morning Moon, so... I don't have to tell you guys twice. Thank you, that's incredible. Truly, truly incredible. Well, alright, with that... with that... Let's get this show started, shall we? I have a new strategy in mind that I want to explore. It kind of came to mind at the like relatively recently here. And I'm surprised I've never really like thought to try this before. There's an interesting strategy that will potentially help us with the myriad of things we need to do in this no level up, no skills, or no level up, no money run. If you're new here, welcome. Welcome to the challenge. We are trying to complete the community center with as little money and as little experience in any skills as we can possibly get away with. which is about as limiting and challenging as it sounds, but we have ways. We have our ways to make progress here. And I have an entirely new way, I think. I'm sure it's not a new way. I'm sure someone has done what I'm going to try here before, but we'll see how well it works. I want to experiment. I want to experiment with something new. Because, you know, our main strategy is just being stuck in doing trash stuff. Searching garbage cans and whatnot. But there are other things we can do. Even within our limited scope, our limited skill set of what we have available, there are certain things we'll be able to do. So I will indulge you with those, but not until we've done our daily games here. Of course we got to get our daily games done. While the slime parade just keeps on rolling here. I have no idea how many we've gone through. Oh, my heart feels so full. Thank you so much. Alright, steel type from Alola. That feels like a... Oh, that might be the end of it. That might be the end of the slime parade. Oh, wow. There you go. Argon, did you get pizza? I did not get pizza, I'm afraid. What did I have for dinner last night, even? We had gnocchi for dinner last night. Gnocchi and a nice salad, some potatoes. A very potato-centric meal. Hiratiyama? 2 in chat for you. Congratulations on your horse. First horse of the stream. I just can't even... Real gnocchi or stuffed gnocchi? Stuffed gnocchi, which to me is still real gnocchi because it's the only gnocchi that I've ever had. Don't gnocchi shame me. Steel type from Alola. I can't think. Golisopod. Mega Golisopod is a steel type, I think. Yeah, sorry, spoilers for Legend ZA. Steel not fully evolved. What about Varoom? Easy. Steel type from Paldea. Revavroom? Okay, I've already guessed that one. Fair enough. Archaludon, maybe, though. Beautiful. Flying type from Paldea. I completely glossed over the fact that it was Trans Day of Visibility today. I should have thought about that. I should have recognized it. I'm so overwhelmed in like a good way. In a good way. Suze, thank you for the $5 super chat, by the way, for the pizza fund. Thank you. I will get some pizza. I will get some pizza in your honor tonight. Regardless of what my other plans were for dinner tonight, I think a pizza is due. Pizza to celebrate Trans Day of Visibility. Trans pride in chat. Flying type from Paldea. That's going to be a Squawkabilly play. We've got a number of different Squawkabilly forms to get through. Flying not fully evolved. I mean, you know what? I've still got Gen 9 on the mind. So, Gen 9 on the mind. Is that what? Did I say that right? Wattrel. Flying type from Alola. What about Picky Peck? Huge. Psychic type from Alola. Feeling Oranguru on this one. Maybe Raichu. Alolan Raichu. Already guessed. Okay. Other psychic types. Other potential psychic types from Alola. Lunala. Necrozma. Necrozma Dawn Wings should work here. Not fully evolved psychic type. Cosmoem. Since we're on that train anyway. Paldea psychic type. What about Espathra? Or Flittle? Or... nope, that's all of them. No. What other psychic types are there? What other psychic types are there in Paldea? They exist. I know that. Farigiraf. Already guessed. Iron Boulder. Iron Leaves. Iron Crown. I'm running through it in my brain, trying to think of all the different, like, things from, like, DLC and stuff. I'm sure there's something, but nothing's coming to mind right now, so I'm just going to go with Iron Crown. Why the heck not? Did I have one that I could have guessed there? Screamtail, of course. Armor Rouge, Veluza. Oh, there were options. There were more options than I could have possibly even fathomed. That's okay, that's alright. Gonna go for a walk, you're still shattered. Feel better, Antonia. Hope the walk does you well. A little fresh air definitely helps me. Enjoy your walk. What fish are we catching today? Bit of a feistier one here. It's kind of going all over the place. Would I say that's like a dart pattern? If it is a dart pattern, it's like a very subdued dart pattern. Like maybe like a pike or something like that? Not a pike, okay. Perhaps a spear then. No location overlap. Oceanic fish. Oceanic fish, all weather. Some seasonal overlap. There's a world where that was a flounder, potentially. Not a flounder. No location overlap with the flounder either. Huh, okay. Is the pike available in the mountain lake? I don't think it is, so this could be a lake fish instead. No season overlap with the flounder either is very interesting. Is this like a midnight carp? Is that even make sense with the time? No, I don't think it does. I don't think it does. Maybe the sturgeon, actually, though. That might have been a sturgeon. There's a world. Not a sturgeon. Not a sturgeon. Some seasonal overlap with the sturgeon, though. No location overlap with any of these fish. Feels so cursed right now. This has got to be a night market fish, actually. You know what? I'm looking at this. This is definitely a night market fish. Spookfish. Easy. Alright. It was such a weird pattern. Such a weird, like, pattern of, like, data here. I was like, there's only one way that this can go. There's only one plausible way. And I was right. And I got the right night market fish right off the bat, which is always a good feeling. Last but not least, we got Stardoodle. We got Stardoodle. No eggplant overlap. You hate to see it. Takes longer to grow than an eggplant. Cheaper than an eggplant. Not a vegetable. Not a non-regrowable. In summer, spring, or winter. Cheaper than an eggplant, but takes longer to grow. Could be a flower, potentially. I'm thinking maybe like blue jazz. Not a flower, but we're on the right track with that. Oh, it's got to be forage. That's totally forage, isn't it? 7 days, the 7-day wild seed gambit. It is spring forage of some kind. So what spring forage sells for 50? Like wild horseradish? How much does a leek sell for? I think a leek sells for more than 50. Or does it sell for... No, I think it might sell for just 50, actually. It sells for 60! I should have trusted my gut instincts. Okay, wild horseradish, then? Yeah, I should have gone with my gut on that one. Shoot. Could have gotten that in 3. Oh well, c'est la vie. Y'all getting lots of baby Moonlight jellies in here? Ooh, so cute, so small, so precious. Precious little jelly beans. What song is this? This is Awake from the Celeste soundtrack. Very nice, soothing, if melancholy song. Alright, chat. You have 60 seconds. Go, go, go! Get yourself a horse, get yourself a jelly. Get whatever you can from Nightbot before the stables and the aquarium close. Do what you can. You have 60 seconds and counting. I mean, 45 seconds now, basically. Time goes so fast. A minute is not that much time. It really isn't. Which makes it all the more special if you can get yourself a good jelly. A lot of people going for jellies today. A lot going for jellies. Will we see a rare green Moonlight jelly? Only time may tell. No horses, Lots of just regular Moonlight jellies. Not even any baby Moonlight jellies? Nightball, what are we doing? There we go. Paratiyama's got one. Got a little baby Moonlight jelly. You love to see it. 15 seconds, y'all. 15 seconds. Get in while the getting's good. Before Nightbot closes up shop in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is time. That is time. Any buzzer beaters? I'm going to go disable the commands here. Force has been disabled. And Jelly has also been disabled. Anything at the last second there? Any last second horses or Jelly shenanigans? Doesn't look like it. Afraid not. Rip. 07 to everyone who tried. That was a rough go. There were so many people trying for jellies, so many attempts at jellies and horses, and just fell on deaf ears. Someday you're gonna get that green jelly. I wish you the best of luck on that, Ashiel. We do have a number of rare green jelly spotters, including Sivan twice. Some people are just born lucky. Do we have official stables for horses? I think there is a like community-made spreadsheet, but I'm not entirely sure. I've not kept up with all that, with all the shenanigans therein. Anyway, I digress. Chat, let's get to it here, shall we? I have something I want to try. I have something I want to try and see how it works, okay? So you're gonna bear with me for a second here, because I've got my cheat mods on, so I can like test this easily. I'm gonna load into the... There's a pin post in general in Discord or in stream discussion, something like that. I have to go looking again. Is there a presentation? There is not a presentation because honestly I didn't think of this until like pretty recently here. Otherwise maybe I would have put a presentation in place for this, but I want to try something. One of the bundles we have to get, I have this file here that I just made like a random file because I wanted like a fresh file to test this on. One of the bundles we have to get, one of the only bundles we currently have access to, is the sticky bundle, in which we need 500 sap. So, any means of getting sap with, any means of getting sap without experience and without money is extremely valuable. The main and only real way that we've so far had to get sap is from breaking crates and barrels in the mines, which is very slow going, very RNG reliant. It is, you get like 2 or 3 sap at a time from a barrel if you get lucky and find a barrel that even contains sap. It's pretty awful. Next best bet is a pretty good one still, is tree bombing. We do have access to cherry bombs via supply crates on the beach farm, so we can use those to if you chop a tree 9 times with the basic axe, then it'll be 1 hit away from falling over. Then you can bomb the tree, and then you can knock it over, and you'll get the wood and the sap and all the stuff without actually getting the forging experience. That's also pretty good, and probably a strat I want to rely on. But there is a third way I thought of that I want to try. And it's so silly and stupid, but I think it'll work. I think it works if we play our cards right here to get some extra sap. And it could honestly be maybe even the most reliable way. So, what's the plan? First part of the plan is we're going to need tree seeds of some kind. We can get tree seeds from garbage cans. That's no problem. Then I'm going to go down to... You know, I can just warp actually now I think about it. I've got these cheats menus on right now. I'm going to go down to Marnie's Ranch here. I'm going to put a tree... I'm going to put some trees just right around in here. And then I should be able to instantly grow them like this. Okay, beautiful. We put those trees right there. That's chill. We got a nice lineup of trees here. And now, I am going to change the time to, I think, like 11-ish, around there. And now we wait. And now we wait. And some of you may be able to guess what's going to happen here. If we wait long enough. I think this should work. Come on. Come on, Jas. Come on. Come on. Oh, she's cooking. She's cooking those trees! Wait, beautiful! Look at all that sap and no forging experience to speak of. Ooh! Oh, let's go. Okay, so that can work. Okay, there are definitely some concerns. The main one being that for this to work, the tree has to be fully grown before the NPC walks into it. Regardless of whether it's Jas or some other NPC, it has to be a fully grown tree. So we have to prevent them from walking into it when it's just like a sapling. Will they destroy the saplings? I don't know, actually. We should maybe test that, too. You know what, we can test that, actually. I don't know. I've never seen them, like, walk into a sapling. So it was, like, these 3 spots, like, right across here. That's an easy spot to test. We can look at, like, villager paths and stuff later. But yeah, as long as I, like, go to sleep before... As long as I go to sleep before the pathing updates, before they walk on that path, then it should be fine, I think. But let's see. Okay, I'm going to go to Marnie's Ranch. Let me figure out how I want to do this. Let's go... So let me grab some acorns. Let me grab some tree fertilizer. Put these right here. Fertilize them so they'll guaranteed grow. Let me grab a like tent kit as well. I don't know the specific days that Jas comes out and actually. I don't think she does it on Tuesday. Okay. I assume she would. Hold on. Let me. You know what I can actually do? I can, because we know that she does it on like the first day of spring. Let's just like go to freaking. Let's just go to the first day of spring, I guess. All right. Eepy. Mystery boxes can now be found. Thank you, Mr. Chi. Thank you, Mr. Quee. Bulldozing a sapling will defeat the purpose. Well, that's what I just want to know. I want to know if well, let's just see, because these I can't walk through these. So presumably, Jas would also destroy these. Let's go to like 11. Lock NPCs in their room with furniture. Oh, that is a thing you can do, right? That is a thing you can do. Growing them in the bus stop area should be doable before Pam has access to it. But we'd have to wait a long time for that. I want a strat that I can enact now, because we have... well, let's see here. I assume she's going to break these. She went on... Why'd she go up? Wait, she walked around them! Was that her walking around them? Like her actively like trying to like avoid these? I think that was. So she actively tried to avoid like the little saplings. Because those are the spots, because I can't grow trees on these spots here, so that's not like I like missed I grew them on the wrong spot. She walked around them. Okay. Let's experiment further here. So take me back to just like the last day of winter. We'll go back to year 1 just to prevent things from like progressing too far here. Let's go ahead and sleep again. Let's try the next stage of growth when they're actually like more proper saplings. Yeah, like this. This is the kind I imagine. Okay. Now take me to 11. She just plows through the fully grown trees. She delicately walks around the little saplings, but plows fully through the big trees. I love it. Don't even have to consult the wiki for specific schedules. Yeah, if this is how it works. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Is she going to walk through the saplings? I think she's going around. Yeah, she's going around. She's going around that. Okay. Now, to complete the testing, we need to see. Let's go ahead and go to... let's do this again. Repeat. So if I sleep one more time here, they should be fully grown, right? Oh wait, they don't fully. These ones don't grow. Okay, you know what? I realized something. They won't fully grow because I fully grew them before because I was using cheats, but they have to be spaced apart like that for them to fully grow. Let me do the thing again here. This will be beautiful. This will be beautiful if it works the way I think it does. All right, they're fully grown official trees now. 11 a.m. Try more trees. Well, I just want to see... I want a proof of concept right now. Because if it works, if this works, like she avoids like the saplings, she avoids them until they're fully grown, and then she'll plow through them, then I don't see why it wouldn't work if I put it in like further, even further along the path. Okay, let's see. Oh, she still goes up. Why is she going up? He's avoiding those trees. Is it because I had tree fertilizer put on them? That's like the only... She's smart. She's figured it out. Okay. So what if... Because that is her path. That's the path. Hold on. One hit break. Maybe they're too far to the right. Hello, Luna. Hello. We're in the middle of testing right now. Maybe growing them with CJB changes it. It might. Add a bunch more trees and see what happens. Let's have a look. Let's do some experimenting here. I'm gonna have no trees. I'm gonna have no trees, and I'm just gonna follow behind her and see what her path is, and then we can plant trees along that path, not grow them with CJB cheats, and see what happens here. I'm so curious about this. I could have tested this on my own off stream, but you know what? Like I said, I didn't really have this idea until just like slightly before the stream here. Okay. The testing itself is fun. It's exciting because I've never tried this. Well, like I said, we can't always resort to tree bombing, and that probably is going to be like a more consistent thing here. Okay. Let's just follow her path so we know exactly where she walks when unimpeded. I could be looking at like the oops, sorry. I didn't mean to give you the crystal path, but you know what? It works. Alright, and we can't grow trees on this grassy section anyway, so that wouldn't be relevant. Alright, so just this section here. Let's go ahead and let's put some gaps in this where I can grow some trees. 2, boom, 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 boom. Diagonal trees should work. Something like this. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful, amazing, immaculate. Let's go ahead and sleep. I'm not going to tree fertilize these ones. I'm just going to leave them naturally, like the way I would plant them in the actual challenge here. So let's go ahead and sleep here. See what happens. The pathing shouldn't change anything either. Will she... Let's check Jas's schedule. Hold on, I gotta open the browser for this. Are you sure you can't grow trees on the grassy area? Pretty sure. I'll test it in a second, but let's see, Jas. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, she goes off to the museum with Penny. So on Thursday she should... There's no special Thursday schedule unless it's raining, so okay, we can sleep until Thursday then. It won't be raining on Thursday because it's always guaranteed to rain the day. Well, actually, I guess with my time messing shenanigans, it's all thrown out of the whack. Okay, but if we go to Thursday here. Okay. Oh, now, of course it is raining. Of course it's raining. All right. Take me another day. We'll see how this goes. Friday, she is still off schedule. Saturday. Is Saturday a good day for this? Saturday... No, she goes to the playground on Saturdays. Okay, but Sunday looks like it should work. Sunday, assuming it's not raining. Sunday or Monday, assuming it's not raining, she should go and do her thing. She should go and do her jump rope. Okay. Not raining. Official. True. Real. Accurate. Let's jump to 11. That's when she leaves. And let's see what happens. Will I test the tree on the grass? I can while I'm waiting, yeah. Yeah, it just doesn't let me. I can do it, like, up here, but can't do it in the grass. Here she goes. Here she goes. Okay. What's she gonna do? I think it was the tree fertilizer. Or something. No, she's walking around the... She walked over the one seed. She didn't care about the seeds. But she cares about the saplings. She cares about these things here. So it wasn't just the tree fertilizer changing things. Okay. If I wait until they're fully grown... If I just, like, hold off until... If I keep sleeping until a day where I've got, like, we've got fully grown trees. Please see your messages. Wait. If the trees appear on the same day, she'll destroy them, but if they're in place overnight, it alters her path. You might be right. You might be onto something there. Okay. Well, we have a fully grown tree here today, so let's test that idea. Because I can get rid of... If I get rid of everything else... The only thing in her path... If the only thing in her path is this fully grown tree that appeared today. That's the only thing in her path. Well, let's try it out. Did earlier tests on Monday? Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was the earlier tests were all on Monday. Pretty sure. Come on, Jas. Come on, Jas. Don't fail us now. She's deviated. She deviated from her path. No, she just goes around. She just goes around! Is there any way... Like, we can just flood this area with trees? Will she be forced to walk through the trees? Shoot. No, okay, I don't think this works. I think it worked before because I instantly grew the trees on the day with CJB cheats menus. That's the only reason. Is because, like... I guess maybe she didn't register that they were fully grown trees because I grew them the same day, which you can't normally do. Yeah. You think it's because there was a sapling there the day before? So you think maybe if I, like, sleep a couple extra days, because there were no saplings here? I mean, maybe we can try it. Let's see. If we just leave this tree... Need to go to Thursday here. Thursday is the next potential day where she could come out and do this. Being concerned it fixed it that NPCs' paths can't break trees. They break trees in town sometimes, I swear. Like, I feel like I've been... Like, I don't know. I feel like I've seen them break trees. I think the point is that before the night, there was already something in her path, a sapling. They definitely still break extra trees after Green Rain Day. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, I think. Okay, here we go. Is she going to deviate? So far, so good. No. Straight around the tree. Straight around the freaking tree. She doesn't care. She doesn't give a freaking hoot or a holler. Devious child. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't think... There's probably a way to get it to work, but it seems finicky. I think instead we're going to have to rely on tree bombing, which still is better than... Like, if we play our cards right, tree bombing, we can do some pretty, like, hyper-efficient tree bombing. Let me show you. Let me get rid of this tree out of here right now. Because a cherry bomb... The only bombs we have access to right now are cherry bombs. Let me get rid of all this stuff for right now. It would have been such a good idea if it actually worked. It would have been so hype. Okay, cherry bombs. We only have access to cherry bombs. So, if we get enough tree seeds, cherry bombs have a specific blast radius. When you put down a cherry bomb, they blast in a very specific pattern. And the pattern we can take advantage of to exactly bomb as many trees as possible. If we set it up like this, we put like that and then a cherry bomb in the middle, and then we branch out from there using the diagonals, we should be able to get... I calculated this before. The max you can do, I think, is like... It would be like this. It's like a diamond, basically. Like that. Like 16 trees. Problem with this is that once the trees are fully grown, you wouldn't be able to get into the middle to actually place the cherry bomb. So, you would have to sacrifice one of these to do 15. Are we sure that diagonal trees work? You're pretty sure they don't. I mean, we can test and see here. Some tree fertilizer. Fertilize all those, and let's see. Tent kit. Yeah, I think they do. But let's find out. For science. Can't you place the bomb diagonally? You can, yeah. So as long as there's like a way to get to one of these like 4 adjacent tiles here, we'll be able to place a cherry bomb right in the middle there. And then that should hit all of the trees. Okay. Tomorrow's a festival, so I wouldn't be able to use a tent kit, so let's just skip ahead. You can place a chair behind the log. I think on the beach farm you don't have access to a chair from like the farmhouse, though, is the problem. I think you get like a bench, which is too wide, so we wouldn't be able to use it effectively here. How do you get the tree seeds? We can get tree seeds from garbage cans, which we're already searching anyway. They're actually like pretty common from garbage cans. Ooh, maybe they don't grow diagonal. Do they really not grow diagonal? Oh, no, they do. Just kind of weirdly, though. Is the tree fertilizer not guaranteed? I thought it was for these kinds of trees. Some do. No, it looks like they grew, like... Only the ones that are orthogonal grew. And then the ones that are on their diagonals did not grow. Okay, so diagonal trees do not grow. Unfortunate. We can still use this to our advantage, though. We can still use this pretty effectively. Let me think. Because let me get rid of these. Just get rid of everything here. Get a clean slate. Tree fertilizer grows them 1 stage per day. Yeah, so if these were gonna grow, then they would have grown. Oh, I gotta level up. Pog. Level up in testing is fine. You don't need to worry about that. Get all those out of here. Okay. So a cherry bomb. Let's map it out here. Path. Give me the... Which one was it? Crystal flooring. It's the most visible one here. And let me also increase my inventory size, because... So let's say... let's make a special path here. Let's find just, like... whatever one, it doesn't matter. So the cherry bomb, if we put it here, right? That's the detonation point for the cherry bomb. Then it's gonna... The radius looks like this. It goes out like this, and then it staircases... is it that big? I think it's like one smaller than that, right? I think it's one smaller. goes out by 3 in each direction. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. And then fill in these little staircase gaps here. Whoops. Beautiful meteoroids music. Yeah, this looks right. Okay. So, we can effectively plant a tree here, here, boom, boom, and then because we can if we evenly space them, but we're not allowed to do them on the diagonals. We do like that and like that, boom and boom. Then we can't do anything on this row because all of these tiles are adjacent to a tree, so we would just have to do these two. Yeah, that's the best we could do, I think, right? And then the same on this side. So that's 8 trees. The pattern is different. Please check the wiki. Cherry bomb. Oh, the pattern is slightly different. You're right. Okay. Okay. Does that help me here? Because the pattern is like this. The pattern is like it's like the cross is bigger. The cross section is bigger than I thought. Link was literally in chat. How do we get the seeds from garbage cans? You can get them from garbage cans. Does that make a difference, though? Because that means that it would go... Basically, the only difference is that it also hits these spots here. And these spots here. Right? Does that make a difference? Oh, it also hits these spots, now that I think about it. It hits these corners. Okay. So in that case, that does make a difference. Because now you can space these out differently. Instead of doing those 2 spots, you could do these 3 spots. So it would be like boom, boom, boom. And then same up here. It would be like this. Boom, boom, boom. Is there a more efficient way to do it than that? That's what, 10 trees? Instead of 1 at the edge, you can do 2? Oh, wait, I see. Okay, I see. I see the vision here. You could do like this. So you would get rid of... No, wait, hold on a second. How would you do that? So you have to get rid of these. I guess... Because if you want to do like 2 here is what you're saying. You want to do like this. It's like boom and boom. Right? But then you have to get rid of these ones. So that doesn't... So that can't go... That can't be there. But then you can go onto the inside here instead. Is that better? So we would do like this. I had 10 before, yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, I think it's going to be 10 either way, right? You can get 12. How can we get 12? I'm curious. Let's just go back to default here. Let's go back and show the like full pattern. Let me have a look. Okay, so cherry bomb gets detonated in the middle here. It goes out by 3 in all these directions like this, and then there's also these little corners here. That is how the explosion radius looks. So, let's not even use, like... Is there something easier to put down here? Just, like, furniture of some kind, because I can pick that up easy. So I get, like, a bunch of freaking bonsai trees. Okay. So, 2 on the top row. So you're saying, like, 2 on the top row, the only way you can do that would be like this. And then work out from there. You can't, with the spacing like this, you can't do any on this row here. Okay, so you skip a row. And then the most efficient way to do this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, no, I see it. That makes sense. That makes it's so obvious when you look at it like that. Okay. All right. It's literally just doing the rows like the way you would normally do a tree farm, basically. Okay. Turns out the most efficient path is the simplest path. Easy enough. All right. So if we grew 12 trees like this, then we could bomb them. That's pretty good. Because 12 trees, and you get 5 sap per tree that you bomb, and then 1 extra sap if you break the stumps as well. So that would be 6 sap per 2 cherry bombs, because we would want to get rid of the stumps in order to be able to like reuse a spot. I don't know if we would use this spot specifically. Probably want to use a spot off the farm, because on the farm you run into debris issues, whereas off the farm like this, you don't have to worry about that, and you don't have to worry about trees spreading either. Causing issues. See if the bomb is consistent. The bomb should be 100% consistent. It should always break the exact... It should always have the exact same radius. 72 sap per 2 cherry bombs. Because, yeah, 12 times 6 is 72. So 72 sap per 2 cherry bombs. So 500, which is what we need for the sticky bundle, divided by 72 is basically 7. So we need to do this 7 times, so we would need 14 cherry bombs. That's not bad. That's not bad. 14 cherry bombs to get all the sap that we would need. And we get, I think, like 4 cherry bombs per supply crate, if we get it in a supply crate. It's not guaranteed to come to show up in a supply crate, obviously. But when we do, I think we get 4 at a time. I don't know if we always consistently get 4 at a time. Let me actually check that. Supply crates. 3 to 5 cherry bombs, so an average of 4. Okay. And we would also need the tree seeds. Yeah, 12 times 7 tree seeds. 12 times 7 is, what, 84? 84 tree seeds across all our garbage cans. I think it's still better. I think it still feels like a better solution than going to the mines and slashing crates and barrels, hoping to find scraps of sap. Because we're going to be searching garbage cans anyway. So as long as we save tree seeds from doing that, then we should be better. It should be just like a better use of our time overall, yeah. All right, let me go disable the cheat commands, and then we can actually get started here. Boom, boom. You can mix methods for sure. I don't even know if it's worth mixing methods, though. Like, if it's worth going into the mines to search for sap when, like, if I just commit that same amount of real-life time to going through more days and searching more garbage cans and finding tree seeds, I feel like it'll just be a... I mean, I don't know the exact math, obviously, but it feels like it would be more efficient to just go through the days. So I think that's probably what we're going to do. Nearly 50 minutes and we're about to start the game. That was very important experimentation, though. I was so ready for my Jas Lumberjack arc. I wanted her to be the solution. That would have been so hype. For her to just mow down all the trees we needed, but no, it turns out the NPCs are a little smarter than that. Rysen Hinata, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships to the community, by the way. Absolutely hype. Love that. Thank you for the gifted membership to Fresh Cider, to Tosh, to Takeshin, Big Pat, and Rihanna Mac. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. Are you sure the diamond of trees wouldn't work with the jazz plow? What an amazing sentence. I'm not sure 100%. I'd probably want to do... Like, if we got enough tree seeds, I bet we could set it up so that Jas, like, has no choice but to plow through some of the trees. But I feel like it's probably just going to be... At that point, we might as well just do the tree bombing anyway, right? And who knows? If we set up our tree bombing area in that spot, maybe Jas will just, like, plow some of our trees anyway. Oh, wait, she walks over the seeds and destroys the seeds, doesn't she? We saw that. So if I put my trees down there for tree bombing purposes, she could, like, trample the seeds. Happy Pizza Day, Trans Girly. Thank you, thank you. I will be getting the best, most beautiful pizza you ever did see. Yeah, she tramples those seeds. Maybe there's a better spot to do it, to plant our trees. Somewhere that, like, NPCs don't really go. I guess the railroad? Railroad has some debris, but maybe we could find a good spot for it, and NPCs do go there. I mean, on the farm, maybe. In the Spring Onion place? Yeah, Spring Onion place might be our best bet. I'm gonna get rid of this farm. Thank you, X, for your for your work there. Your services are no longer needed, I'm afraid. Spring Onion spot, at least outside of Spring, probably would do the trick, yeah. All right. Back to it. Also, I gotta fix up these UI info suite settings, because I just want the experience bar and the experience gain stuff. Everything else I'm going to go ahead and disable for myself. Thank you very much. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. What we got in the mail here? Me sell hats? Okay, poke? How delightful. If only I could actually buy said hats. Rude sea urchin. How many cherry bombs do I currently have, by the way? I have 3 cherry bombs from a supply crate. I haven't been saving my tree seeds because I didn't think I would be needing them. So now is a wake-up call to start saving some tree seeds. Hold on, I gotta move OBS here. It's blocking a lot of chat. Andy, thank you for the 2 years of support at the Electron level as well, by the way. 2 fun years of Argon and chat. Here's the 2 more. Thank you very much for the amazing generosity and support. Appreciate having you around. Thank you, thank you. Enjoy your new fancy sword. Look at that, new big purple sword. Alright. Yeah, the only way for me to get tree seeds is via garbage cans. So I think I'm going to just mainly focus down garbage cans and, like, friendship today. We've been doing some mine stuff on the other streams, and, I mean, it's still nice to make progress in the mines, but overall, I feel like I could probably just wait until we have access to staircases from trading jades at this point. I think I've made a decent amount of progress, where if I want to, like, go and, like, check crates and barrels and stuff, then we should be fine. So I'm just going to go ahead and, like, focus primarily on trash today. Focus on trash, build up our tree seed collection, and hopefully get some more cherry bombs as well. Maybe I should be, like, screenshotting. Oh, it's debris day today as well, isn't it? It's debris day because it's Monday. Okay. I'll have to go around and do some clearing on the farm then today, too. Why wouldn't you save literally everything you can in a run like this? I mean, in my mind, tree seeds were irrelevant because, like, I wasn't thinking about tree bombing at the time, I guess. I guess I just wasn't thinking about tree bombing. That's my bad. I was just selling them because I was like, well, I could always, like, use the money. I'm gonna need the money to unlock the vault bundles someday. And that's literally about it. Hire Jas to help with the de-debrising. Having a sick day? Ooh, sorry to hear that, Emmy. Very sorry to hear that. Wishing you well, wishing you good healing vibes. Alright, we want to get rid of any tree. We can get rid of any saplings like this. Make sure they don't grow into full trees. And anything that's, like, adjacent to a tree is fine to just let it grow. Because it won't grow into a full tree regardless. So that's chill. Any supply crates lurking around? Ooh, cherry bomb. Cherry bomb. Cherry bomb. 5 cherry bombs. Wait, that's max cherry bombs. Holy. Okay, that's actually huge. That's a big swing for our tree bombing shenanigans. That brings us up to a total of 8 trees, or 8 bombs, which is 4 tree bombing sessions, because we need 2 per set of trees. Welcome back, Antonia, by the way. Welcome back. 22 pounds on allergy meds. Oh. Hate that. Hope you get some good mileage out of them. As best as or get some good mileage out of it as much as you can. That sucks. Okay, I'm looking for tree seeds. Non-adjacent tree seeds like this one need to go. Leave all the fiber around. Fiber is valuable in getting rid of other debris. I don't know whether I should be trying to get rid of this tall grass or not. The tall grass prevents debris spread, so I feel like I should probably just leave it. But it also prevents like the fiber from spreading down and destroying other types of debris, you know what I mean? So I'm wondering like how worth it is to leave around. I feel like it's probably just worth it to leave because you can just walk through it, even if it is slower. I want to get to this sapling over here in like the most efficient way I can. I think maybe I can just break this one piece of fiber here. No, I need to break another one. Okay. If only these saplings also dropped, like, 1 sap. It's literally in their name. They're called saplings, and they don't drop any sap? Concerned 8, fix it. What are we doing here? No sap from a sapling. It's criminal. Want to break that. I think we're as good as we're going to get here. False advertising from the sapling is so rude. Can break this, because it's not going to grow any further anyway. Anything in the middle here that I can see? Nothing jumps out at me. You know what? I don't think did I check this area, like, down here? With, like, all the pine trees and stuff? This, like, sprinklerable land down here. I feel like I'll often gloss over this area. Looking pretty well managed right now, though. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Oh, this area down here. I always forget there are, like, trees here. Okay, get rid of that one. Get rid of both of these. Get rid of that. Get rid of that one. Otherwise, I think we're good. Even though I know what my challenge is, the temptation to, like, hit that artifact spot and, like, pick up that forge and everything is still so strong. It's so unbelievably strong. This tree has not spread anything here. It's a dangerous tree, that one. I guess I could eventually put down some, like, flooring and stuff. Because I do have access to, like, wood and stone, so I could, like, make, like, cobblestone paths and things, and wood paths to prevent the spread of tree seeds. Also, gotta be watering Nada's bowl here. What am I doing? What am I doing? Letting my cat go thirsty? Definitely not. Alright, put the bombs away. Do I need this bread on me for right now? Not really. I'll keep the quartz on me for friendshipping. Speaking of which, I think we can do a quick friendship run here. Quick little friendship run before places start, like, closing up shop. Let me go see if I can find Caroline, talk to Pierre, do all that good stuff. How'd you find yourself 5 minutes behind? Ooh. Awkward. Sorry, at least you realized it. At least you realized it now. Could be a buffer situation, yeah. Alright, I need to remember all who I need to befriend here. I remember Caroline and Pierre. I remember, like Demetrius, Robin, Emily, Linus. Oh, Clint? Clint I'm not going to be able to access here, I don't think. Even if I ran down. Robin and Demetrius, I shouldn't have a problem here with the... Oh, actually, Demetrius is going to be at the... like, the park, isn't he? Hello, Lewis. Robin. We want Linus as well. Linus and Demetrius and the wizard. Emily and Gus. Is that it? That might be it. Tobey Maguire voice. They love me. They love me. I know the exact voice. I've been getting recommended, like, Dexter clips recently, just, like, out of nowhere. And I've been watching them, so it keeps recommending, like, more to me. And I'm like, man, that was such a good show. I gotta watch it again. I just wanted to check my friendship, just to remind myself here. It hasn't been, like, that long since I watched Dexter, but, like, it's such a fun show. I just want to go and rewatch it. $50 gifted membership. I'm still reeling from the 50 gifted memberships at the start of the stream. Been a very wonderful stream and just support in that regard all around. So, like, thank you everyone. I never come into one of these streams expecting any, like, support, any financial support of any kind. So it's like, it's always just incredible to see. Started streaming this a couple days ago and it's been tough. Wait, are you streaming your own rendition of this challenge? Axco, is that what you mean? Or do you mean like you started like watching these streams? Is this a challenge or is it just vibes? It is indeed a challenge, Ellie. Exclamation point challenge. We are trying to complete the community center with as little experience in our skills and as little money as possible. Using any strategies at our disposal. You're in grad school now, so you've been MIA for a while. So sorry to leave the people. Hey, you know what? I get it, R. I get it. Life has to take a front seat sometimes. Everything else has to go on the back burner. And I'm happy for you. Hope that grad school is going well for you. Exactly. No level ups and no unnecessary spending. Unfortunately, there is some spending that is necessary. Oh, you're just streaming Stardew. Well, I hope you're having fun with it, Axco. I hope you're enjoying the game so far. Alright, boom and boom. And you know what? I can actually go talk to Clint as well. I can go talk to Clint because it's taken me so long that, yeah, he's going to be walking out of his house anyway. Huge. Perfect. Say, be glad you're a farmer. Be glad you're a farmer. You have no idea how hard it is to stand in my shop all day, every day, waiting for literally no other customers to show up. It's kind of sad. Like, Clint literally has no customers other than us, right? Like, no schedules ever go into Clint's shop except for Lewis to, like, claim his taxes. To get Clint to pay his business tax? That's so sad. I think it would be cool to see if, like, you know, like, Robin went over there every so often, because, like, she does, like, construction projects, so it would make sense if she went to the blacksmith to get, like, materials and things. Neither does Marnie really, except herself. Yeah, Marnie has a very... I mean, not many people are ranching animals in Stardew Valley. She's lucky that there's, like, one farmer who wants to buy animal-related stuff. And not even always, then, depending on the challenge. May also be a wholesaler. I guess that's fair, yeah. They could always be selling things, you know, like, online, like, working with people from out of town and We just don't see any of that. Get this little seedling out of here. If only we could actually get the tree seeds from those, but level 1 foraging is a requirement for that, so no luck here. Just turned 25 2 weeks ago, which is insane because you've been watching since you were 21. Oh my gosh, that makes me feel so old. No, it's time does fly. Time does fly, and I know I'm not old. None of us are old in here, let's be honest. Nobody's old in here. Maybe you feel old in internet terms? Ooh, strange bun. That could be a good gift for somebody, right? You don't have an extra super cucumber lying around. Something tells me I'm not going to be able to complete that one, George. Sorry to say. Sorry to say. Ow, my back. Don't worry. Back pain is not a sign of age. It's a sign of just adulthood. I have yet to meet an adult who does not complain about back pain, at least in some way, shape, or form. Some people have it worse than others, for sure. But overall, like, I feel like it's a universal experience. I mean, it makes sense. The back has to do so much. Back has to do a lot of heavy lifting. Both literally and figuratively. Your back started hurting at 14. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Different people have it, get it at different times. You can either be like really young. You can go for a long time in your life probably and not have too much back pain. But I feel like it's always going to catch up with you one way or another. You turned 38 on Saturday? Wait, happy birthday? Did I wish you a happy birthday on... Were you here on Saturday? I feel like that rings a bell. I feel like that rings a bell. I try to keep the birthdays on track in my brain. You will this coming Saturday. Not last Saturday. Okay, I misread. That's my bad. I misread it. I feel like being tall is giving you so much more back and joint pain than it's worth. I'm not tall, so I can't speak to that experience, but I would imagine so, yeah. Being tall definitely has its benefits, but only like up to a point, I think. Lots of soda. I'll wait and say hi to Robin here. I was just gonna wait to say hi to her at the aerobics meeting, but she's here anyway. How tall am I? I am 5'9", which is like perfectly average, and I'm perfectly happy with that. I am perfectly happy with my height, thank you very much. Near enough that 6 foot mark to like that people like don't call me short, but I am also not like I'm not like super tall either. Girl, you're tall to me. Your dad told you you'd buy a car. If you got to his height, you stopped growing at 6 feet, and so glad you didn't get to 6'4". 6'4", just which sounds like it would be like a lie, yeah. You're all dirty. Oh my gosh, she's the one for me. Alright, let me go talk to the wizard, then I'll come back for Caroline and Emily and all them. I worked with a guy back at my old job at the liquor store. I think he was like 6'8". He was giant. He was really tall. He just like towered over absolutely everybody. He was a nice enough guy for sure. He never really complained about his height. He seemed like all for the height advantage, honestly. Served him well in his life, I suppose. How tall am I? 5'9". So yeah, he was like a full foot taller than me, basically. Hello, Riley. Good to see you. You're 5'10 on a good day and 5'8 on a bad day, aka how much your spine is screwing you up. I know there is, like, height variance throughout the day, right? Like, I can't remember. Is it that you're, like, taller or shorter than average when you first wake up? I think it's you're taller. Because then, like, when you, like, go throughout the day, like, gravity does its thing and it kind of, like, brings you down a little bit. Not, like, super noticeably or anything, but it does. And then, like, when you rest overnight, then, like, your body kind of expands because it's, like, in a horizontal position, so gravity acts, like, differently than when you're standing up. Taller in the morning, shorter in the evening. Yeah. That makes sense from a physical perspective. For most people, I don't think it's, like, a super noticeable difference. Wallagug, hello. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for the gift, member. We had a very nice deluge of 50 gifted memberships at the start of the stream, and you got swept up in there. It was very nice to celebrate Trans Visibility Day. So happy Trans Visibility Day. So what's the right height then? Depends on how tall the shelf that has the cookie jar on it is. I think we're good to sleep here, right? Beautiful. I hope we start getting, like, a whole bunch of tree seeds. I feel like such a fool for having for having sold all the tree seeds that I've gotten up to this point. Is there a reason for me to hold on to this strange bun? Who likes a strange bun? It's not many people, right? Because it's like one of those weird cooked dishes. Strange bun. Krobus, Shane is neutral on it, and everyone else hates it. So, literally, it's, like, pretty much only good for food. You're exactly halfway between your parents' heights. The literal mathematical average? That's crazy. Did I hit the trash counter last time? On yesterday? Hold on, we gotta do the math. How much trash is it in a season? It's 28. 28 times 8. So it's 224 per season. Plus 17... times 8. Well, 17 would count today's, which would put us up to 360. Yeah, okay. So, we're good. We're good. Once I add it, well, I'll just add it right now, because we know we're going to get the trash done anyway. Can't do that quest. I'm afraid. Cannot do that one, I'm afraid. Your mom is 13 centimeters shorter, and your dad is 13 centimeters taller. 13 centimeters. It's weird that, like, in Canada, we are on, like, the metric system for the most part, but our heights, we still do, like, the, like, 5'9" kind of thing. Like, I think I know my height in centimeters. I think it's, like, 175 centimeters or something like that. It's somewhere in that ballpark. We cook with Imperial, too? I guess that's true, yeah. A lot of the times I'm not using, like, milliliters. I'm using, like, cups and stuff. Most of your dad's side is tall. Most of your mom's side is short. You got your dad's side in height with a genetic issue. Ooh. 174. 5'8 and a half. How very precise. Would be about 175 centimeters. 5'7", 170 centimeters, and 2 inches is about 5 centimeters. I'm so bad about conversions, honestly, between metric and imperial units. Which is wild, because, like, it comes up relatively often. You'd think I would just, like, learn it and just know what, like, what the conversions are between, like, the more common units. And I kind of know at least certain things. Like, I think I know, like, the one I know the most is, like, kilograms to pounds. I think it's what? It's like 2.2 pounds per kilogram. One inch is 2.54 centimeters. You got that locked in? I'll try and lock that in too. 2.54 centimeters. I mean, it's close to 2.5, so you can ballpark it pretty easily, at least with like smaller measurements. The 0.04 isn't going to start making like a huge difference until you. Well, I guess it doesn't actually take that long to start having that make a difference. 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers. I have heard that one as well. There's no way it's like exactly 1.6 kilometers though, right? That's gotta be like a ballpark. Or is it exactly like 1,600 meters is a mile? Maybe. Maybe it is. Maybe that's how it's measured. I don't know how a mile is measured, to be honest with you. Like, does it subdivide into any smaller unit of measurement within the imperial system? It doesn't, does it? It's just a mile? It's like 1 mile is a mile? There's no, like... Like, I guess you can have, like... people talk about half miles, but that's still based on the actual mile. A yard? Does a yard go into a mile exactly? Hey, Siri. How many yards are there in a mile? So it does go into it exactly. Okay, interesting. At least, unless she's also approximating, which is very possible. 5,280 feet. Where does the mile come from, though? Like, is it just like... Is it just like someone like decided like, yeah, this feels about right for like a unit of measurement? Couldn't hear Siri, by the way. I think it's because of the way my microphone is pointed now. It's pointed like more directly at my mouth, so I think it's not catching her if I put it to the side like that. Where does the kilometer come from? A kilometer is 1,000 meters. Where does the meter come from? A meter is 100 centimeters. Where does the centimeter come from? A centimeter is 10 millimeters. We can keep doing this all day. I actually don't know where like officially like why it's like because obviously eventually you're gonna hit like an arbitrary point. I don't know which one came first, like centimeter, meter, kilometer. But whichever one came first, I forgot what I was gonna look up. Whichever one came first, they just backtracked and like built it up from there. So at least it was like consistent. The imperial system just does not feel consistent at all. It just feels like one of those things like you just have to know. You just have to know how long a mile is. Closed on Wednesdays. Ooh, I forgot. At least I can talk to Caroline, though. A meter is 1/10,000th the circumference of the Earth. But the circumference of the Earth is not consistent, is it? Because of, like, gravity and stuff? Like, like the Earth is so big. Like, it's, with, like, relatively speaking, I guess it could be, like, within, like, a certain margin of error. 1/10 millionth of that distance. Like, when it comes to science, they usually like to define things by something that is as consistent as possible. Like, something measurable that's as consistent as possible within the bounds of, like, reality. Like, for example, I think, like, the way that a second is defined scientifically is the time it takes for an electron on the outer shell of a cesium atom to, like, jump between energy levels like 17 million times or something. It's like there's a specific number of times that it jumps between two energy states, and that's what defines the length of a second, I believe. And I'm lost. But it's because that's like such a consistent length of time. Like it's always going to take the same exact amount of time for that to happen. There's no like outward forces because it's such a small thing. It's operating over such a small scale that there's like little chance for an outward force to impact that. Whereas something like, you know, the circumference of the entire Earth, that's prone to change because of there are so many other forces at play there. One cubic centimeter equals 1 milliliter. 1 milliliter of water equals 1 gram. It's so beautiful. It's so beautifully put together. A meter is now defined as the length of the path traveled by light in a vacuum during a time interval of a specific fraction of a second. See, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. Versus like a pound? Isn't like a pound... Am I making this up? That I heard like a pound was like a pound is defined as the weight of like a specific, like there's a specific sphere of metal or like a cylinder of some kind of metal somewhere that they like keep under lock and key, and the weight of that is like, it's like the pound ball or something. A pound is 100 pennies. Wait, true. So, like, if the weight of that ball ever changes for any reason, then, like, the weight of a pound changes? I swear that was, like, that's, like, a thing. I don't know if that's, like, how it's still defined, but I think at some point in history, that's how it was defined. They just made a ball that was, like, exactly 1 pound, or what they thought 1 pound should be, and they would be like, okay, let's base all of our measurements forever off of this. You're trolling? Let me look it up. What if I just look up how is a pound defined? Pound mass. Pound mass. Yeah! Yeah, it's this freaking thing. Is it this thing? Maybe it's not this thing. But this is kind of what I'm picturing. Is like they got it in like a glass dome. They got like a freaking thing that's just like a pound. It's like that's the pound. That's the pound that the pound is based off of. Is 1 pound of whatever this is. 1 pound avoir du poids weight from the Musée des Arts et Métiers. The pound or pound mass is a unit of mass used in both the British imperial and United States customary systems of measurements. Various definitions have been used. The most common today is the International Avoir du Poids pound, which is legally defined as exactly 0.45359237 kilograms. They're basing it on the... The imperial system is based on the metric system. It all comes back to the kilogram. And which is divided into 16 avoir du poids ounces. It is now. It wasn't always. Was it previously just based on like this? Historical use. 1 Tower pound equals 12 Tower ounces. 1 Troy pound equals 12 Troy ounces. 1 Merchant pound equals 15 Tower ounces. Where do like barrels and stones come into all this? I'm glad we've, like, eventually kind of, like, standardized that stuff, because there was a lot of... People just, like, had no freaking idea what other people were talking about before, when it came to, like, pounds and stuff. This screen is hurting your eyes. Sorry. Should put Wikipedia on dark mode. Does Wikipedia have a dark mode? It probably does. Where's Robin headed? She goes somewhere special on the 18th here? Oh, she might have a doctor's visit. This is the lowest possible bar for standardization, but it's something. You know what? It's a start. It's better than the Wild West that we were working within before. Y'all need to watch more Tom Scott. Didn't Tom Scott come out with like a new video relatively recently? He retired, but he just couldn't stay away. I mean, I guess more accurately, he retired from like YouTubing, like as a, like doing the full-time YouTube thing, but he's still like doing other stuff. Trying to find Linus here. His podcast is so good. He's coming back. Wait, is he like officially like coming back, or is he like just coming back like for like one thing and then he's... Tom Scott is back. It's the best possible timeline. He went to a Bell Foundry in Loughborough. Am I pronouncing that right? Loughborough? I'm just taking a guess. I'm just taking a random stab at the pronunciation there. A video about making bells? That sounds so interesting, actually. Tom Scott is actually, like, the GOAT of coming up with ideas that sound super interesting that I never would have thought of myself. Like, I never would have, like, independently come up with the thought of, like, I want to learn how bells are made. But if I see a video by Tom Scott doing, like, a tour of, like, a bell foundry, I'll be like, that sounds like the most interesting possible thing I could watch right now. I'm going to click it immediately. You have a meeting? 07 Ashiel. Get that trash out of here. Chad, am I cooked? I've been befriending all these people. I've been talking to them day in and day out. I've got like 5 hearts with people, 4 hearts, 4 hearts, 4 hearts, 2 hearts with all these people. And I've got like I've got nothing to show for it. The point of talking to all these people and getting friendship is that I'm supposed to be getting gifts in the mail. And I've gotten, I think, like 1 gift out of all the entire time I've been doing this. Does everyone just, like, secretly hate me? What's going on here? Have I seen Project Hail Mary? Not yet. My sister recommended it to my mom, and my mom really wants to go see it, so we're probably going to take a day to go out and see it. Not sure exactly when, but hopefully in the near future here. My mom wants to go to one of those, like there's a theater. It's a little bit away, but it's not, like, too super distant. That has, like, the seats that, like, vibrate, and, like, it has, like, the thing where it, like, sprays mist to, like, simulate rain. Like, it has that extra, like, sensory element for the movie. And she wants to go and do that, so we're gonna try and find a good day to go do that. 4D. The 4D movies. Exactly. Oh, Trout Derby coming up. You drown watching Titanic? You watch Titanic and they just splash you with ice cold water over and over again at the end? I've only been to, like, a few experiences like that. It's, like, fine. It's, like, a fun novelty. But I'm glad that it never became, like, the main way to like, watch a movie. Like, most theaters don't have, like, an option to do that. They're just, like, it's like, specialized theaters that do that sort of thing. So if you want to have that, like, kind of novel experience, you can. And not even for, like, every movie, just for, like, certain movies. Kind of like I'm glad that, like, smell-o-vision never took off as a real concept. I think we all just, like, collectively decided that it would be, like, not a good idea. At least I hope. I hope no one is still, like, pursuing the idea of smell-o-vision. I feel like it would just give me a headache more than anything. Even if it was, like, only exclusively, like, good smells that it was trying to emulate from, like, when you're, like, watching a TV show or playing a game or whatever. If it was only trying to emulate, like, the good smells, the pleasant smells, I think it would still give me such a headache. Just because it would be, like the only way to do that would be like, artificial, like, fabricated smells. And I feel like those are just never going to be as good as, like, the actual real thing. Elden Ring with smell-o-vision. Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, maybe with, like, a cooking show. A cooking show or a baking show or something like that. That's about the extent of it, I feel like, so that you could actually, like, smell what they're cooking. Then again, I already get hungry enough watching those shows. Last thing I need is to Last thing I need is to get even hungry because I can smell the food. The meds you took are helping. Very happy to hear that, Antonia. Hope that upward trend continues. Exclamation point meds, indeed, indeed. Ooh, it's Friday. Traveling cart day. What's our command? Exclamation point cart for the various items I need to eventually find from the traveling cart. Yam is not one of them. None of these prices are right, so nothing today. But tulip for 100, green bean for 120, and 2 out of 3 of the hot pepper, blue jazz, and corn. Thank you, Sousa. Thank you. Sorry, Suze. I called you Sousa. Old habits die hard, I'm afraid. Why would I want to know what a Viking latrine would have smelled like? Yeah, see, that's where we gotta draw the line. You gotta delineate which smells you're allowed to get with the smell-o-vision. Like, I'll tell you right now, I don't think I would want smell-o-vision with with what I'm doing in this challenge right now, just going between garbage cans all the time. Could someone bring me 25 pieces of stone? They need to be fresh. That means gathered today. I can do this, actually. I can do this quest, 200 gold and a prize ticket out of it. It's very seldom that we come upon a quest that I can actually do, so I feel like I have to take advantage of that. That'll be our first prize ticket as well. Not sure whether I want to hold on to the prize ticket in case we get the helpers bundle, which is one of the possible bundles, I'm pretty sure. So it might be worth holding on to it. Or if I actually want to redeem it at the prize machine. If I was going to redeem it at the prize machine, I'd probably want to redeem it with some goal in mind. I'd have to look through like the prize machines and like stock and see what potentially I could get out of it that would actually be beneficial. So I'll probably just hold on to it for right now once I get it. Smell-o-vision with Lewis shorts. Just gonna let that hang there. Just gonna let that hang. Just leave that one alone. Alright, where the heck is Linus on the early mornings where I camp? Oh, he's just up there. Just hanging out up there. Isn't the first one always the seasonal raccoon seeds? Yeah. Which I do not need presently. Just let it hang on the laundry line. I did my laundry yesterday. I finally did my laundry day. It's always so nice when the laundry's like fresh and crisp out of the dryer, nice and warm and toasty, and it smells so good. Ooh, I love it. I don't like the act of having to like fold the laundry and do all the laundry and everything. Need to look for big stones here. Well, just 3 big stones should get the job done for this quest. Need to zoom out. Currently moving your laundry to the dryer. Yeah, for the most part, I don't mind laundry. It's literally just like the folding aspect. The folding and putting away of the clothes is far and away the worst part. It's nice to have it done. I just wish someone else would do it for me. Like if I was rich, if I could like afford to do so, I think I would at least consider the idea of having like someone around to help like cook and clean and do all that stuff. I'll do it. I'll do the chores that are necessary, but I don't like having to do it. I think that's if I had like an obscene amount of money and I didn't know what to do with it, that would be probably one of the first things I would consider, is just being like, give me more time to focus on the things that I actually like doing. I will pay for the convenience of not having to worry about those chores ever again. I don't think that's a hot take or anything. I think a lot of people would probably do that, but... Your mom helps you with yours? 28-year-old woman? That's okay. It's nice to have some help regardless. As long as you know it's like a two-way street. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of thing. You fold my laundry, I'll do your dishes. Something of that sort. Boom. Beautiful prize ticket. You love to see it. You fold and put away the laundry. You swear that's the worst part. That's the part I hate the most for sure, so kudos to you. You can afford a cleaner, you just need to find one. I guess that is the other thing, is actually finding like a cleaner you can like trust. I think that's absolutely a problem I would run into. If I were to like look into like hiring a cleaner, I would be so like stressed out, honestly, because I'd be like, oh my gosh, I need to clean before the cleaner gets here. That's 100%. I can 100% see that mentality being the one that I take. Be like, no, the cleaner's gonna show up soon. I need to tidy up. I think that would be the that would be the hardest barrier to get over for sure. I would just be like so paranoid about letting someone like see my mess and go through my stuff. Literally a Simpsons joke. Doesn't surprise me. You don't even clean before guests get there. Honestly, I wish I had that mentality, because like most people don't even really care as long as your house isn't like absurdly dirty, like beyond like insane levels of dirty. No one's really gonna care. I am definitely a person, if I'm having company, I like over clean. I clean to like a ridiculous point, mostly because I just like to try to take advantage of like an opportunity like that to do the cleaning I've been putting off anyway. Like, it's nice to have like a nice, clean, tidy house anyway. So to have an excuse to do it, to have a motivation to do it in the form of like guests coming over or whatever, to incentivize you to do that, that's fine. Of course, that doesn't really play a factor nowadays because like I don't really have guests over. If I'm ever like hanging out with somebody, if I'm like going out to like spend time with friends or whatever, it's usually not going to be here. It's not going to be at my own house. We're going to like go to either somebody else's house or just go out somewhere else to like a communal spot to hang out. So bad at cleaning, just need to swallow your pride. Honestly, same. But it's so easy. It's so easy to just like let the let the mess accumulate to a point where it becomes like an impossible Herculean task. You look at it and it's like, I could never possibly clean this, and so you don't even try, and it just keeps on getting worse and worse and worse over time, until eventually you just like bite the bullet and you like commit like a whole day to cleaning the entire like room or house or whatever the case may be. And then you do it, and you're super tired, and you hate it at the end of it, and then you're like, I never want to do this again, which only cements your thought that like you hate cleaning and you never want to do it again. If you did it in smaller bursts, then maybe it would be a little more tolerable. But at least like for me, it's like I think of I need to go talk to Gus as well here. At least for me, I think of it that way, where it's like I don't like cleaning because it's like it always feels like such a big thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be. It's like anything else. If you break it into smaller tasks, into easier tasks, then it's much more manageable. Makes me think of that old CJP Gray video, or CGP Gray video. I say CJP. CGP Gray video where it's like how to maximize unhappiness or whatever. If you've never seen that video, I encourage people to watch it, because it's like one of the most like motivating videos you can ever watch. Where he goes into like how to maximize your unhappiness. It's a very good watch. I like to go back to it every so often because it's just got good messages in there. Good messages to remind yourself of every so often. It's a depressing train of thought that you relate to far too often. Yeah, I think a lot of people can relate to it, though. Which weirdly makes it feel a little bit better. That, like, so many people can relate to it, so it's not like, it doesn't feel like it's just you, it's not just me. Need a fresh melon. Doesn't seem like that's too likely to happen there, Demetrius. I'm afraid, I don't think I can get a melon. At all? An extra melon within the confines of my challenge here? I don't think so. I don't think so. There's also the cleaning mood. It's easier to get cleaning when you're already on a roll. That is true. That is true, but I don't think that's unique to cleaning. I think that's just true of, like, honestly, most tasks that you bemoan doing. Once you start doing something, starting is the hardest part. Yo, first tree seed! Let's go! Only 11 more to go before we can do, like, a full tree bombing session. Huge. Once you get going on something, it's so much easier to keep going on it. The momentum is real. It's getting over that initial hump to actually start doing the thing that is 9 times out of 10, 2 tree seeds on the same day. 9 times out of 10, that is by far the hardest part. Beautiful. It's a beautiful day for trash. We don't care what type of tree seeds they are. That is the nice thing. They can be acorns, they can be pine cones, they can be maple seeds. We don't care. They're all going to turn into sap the same way. You love to see it. It's just an argument against breaking the cleaning into smaller chunks. Oh, I see, yeah. I guess, yeah, by that same token, like, it's harder to, like, start multiple times than it is to, like, start once and carry it on to, like, through one big task or whatever. That's a valid point. For me personally, at least, I feel like it's still easier to break it into smaller tasks, because then, like, the actual process of starting that task feels, like, significantly less daunting. Sivan steals the crop fairy's job. You don't want more work? Too bad. It's a double-edged sword, that steal command. Steal everyone's juice boxes, or steal some extra work to do? Get busy with that pixie dust there. New crop fairy. New crop fairy rolled into town. Is there a difference between a pixie and a fairy? In your mind, chat? Is there a difference? In my brain, there is literally no difference. I think fairy is a more all-encompassing term, but the visual that comes to mind when I say the word pixie or fairy is almost exactly the same. It is like the Tinkerbell style of fairy or pixie. Fairies feel evil and pixies feel cuter. See, to me, it's kind of the opposite. Because the word pixie sounds so much more kiki. And fairy is much more booba. So pixie feels like sharper and more evil. Whereas fairy feels like more like, you know, more easygoing, more... I don't know what the right word is there. Take the child back? I trust you to raise Sona as your own Dragonic Moon. I trust you. I trust any raccoon. Tink is canonically a pixie. Booba, not booba? I don't see the difference. How do you pronounce... Is it supposed to be pronounced a different way? I always just say booba. Because it's funny. Tink is a pixie. It's been a while since I've interacted with Peter Pan in any capacity. Speaking of Peter Pan, why do these two kind of look like Wendy? We're the famous fishing sisters. Can I join? Think of Tinkerbell because of pixie dust? She grew up in Pixie Hollow. I was going to say, yeah, Pixie Dust. I forgot about Pixie Hollow, but I remember Tinkerbell being associated specifically with, like, Pixie Dust. That makes sense. Who is, like, a, like, archetypal fairy, then, that you would think of? If Tinkerbell is like a classic pixie you would think of, who is a classic fairy you might think of? The only thing that's coming to mind for me is like a fairy godmother, but that's not quite the same thing. That's like a person who's like enchanted with like fairy magic, but it's not like a fairy in and of they're not a fairy in and of themselves. Auntie Ethel, the fairy in Pinocchio, the blue fairy from Pinocchio. Oh, you know what? Navi from Zelda? Yeah, you know what? I'm not really familiar with Pinocchio that much, so the blue fairy there, like, I know the broad strokes of Pinocchio, but I don't really know that... I honestly couldn't have told you that there was a fairy in there. I know Jiminy Cricket, but I don't think Jiminy Cricket is a fairy. But for me, yeah, Zelda would be an iconic one. Not just Navi, but, like, the fairies in Zelda in general. They're literally called fairies, so... That's a good answer. Rosa Cricket. Are there fairies in the new Zelda games, like Breath of the Wild and stuff, Tears of the Kingdom? I haven't played those in a while. I'm trying to remember. I think there are, right? There's like there are like they're definitely the great fairies. Where there are great fairies, there are lesser fairies as well. You can cook them. Let me cook. Who's the fair? There is. I remember now. There's that fairy with like the horse face in Breath of the Wild. The giant like horse masked fairy. Who is that? Big old horse mask. They give you some kind of like blessing related to your horse or something. Melania. No, that's Elden Ring. Or is it just a similar name? It might just be a similar... It's not... Because Melania in Elden Ring is not spelled that way. The Horse God. Speaking of fairies, fairy seeds. Nothing doing elsewise there. Nimona, they revive your horse. I forgot your horse can die in that game. Wait, that's so sad. Don't Google Melania? Oh. Oh, I see. Ooh, another pine cone for my troubles. I told you that tree seeds were common. Chad, I told you that tree seeds were common from garbage cans. We had a pretty, like, bad string of luck there, but I feel like we're starting to get a little bit better here. If only I could deconstruct the field snacks into tree seeds. Sebastian is in need of quartz. I do have quartz. You know what? I could do that. It'll take a while to, like, wait for Sebastian to come out, but, like, I don't see a reason not to. You got the spelling wrong. It's Melania. 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 I love that. No? No Nyan Cat fans in chat? Nyan Cat? Is it true that the original voice of Nyan Cat is Hatsune Miku? I heard that, like, relatively recently. I forget exactly where. But I don't know if that's actually true, or if that's, like, fake news. You love Nyan Cat? I love Nyan Cat, too. Nyan Cat is an icon, let's be honest. I can't have that song stuck in my head again for months. Please have mercy. Don't worry, I can overwrite it. Baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo. There you go. There you go. You're welcome. Yoncat was my brain rot. The original brain rot. The OG. One of those all-time classics. The early days, the wild west of internet memes. Or we'll come back for Sebastian later. We can do our rounds of friendship here. You got vivid flashbacks to your teen years and you don't like it? What are some other classics from that time? Chocolate Rain? I haven't thought about Chocolate Rain in a while. Chocolate Rain. Some say dry while others feel the pain. I mean, I grew up in that era. So much of it is lodged in my brain that I feel like there are probably plenty of things that if I like heard even a tiny snippet of, then it would just like awaken an entire memory. How long do we have to avoid the beach for? Undecided. Indeterminate amount of time. I eventually do have to go fishing for a, like, tilapia. So I'm going to need to go down there to at least get a fishing rod. Caramel Dance! Yes! Wait, Caramel Dance! Your favorite Martian. Oh, I haven't heard that name in so long. That was like Ray William Johnson's band, right? Oh, new week. New week means new gift-giving potential. I'm only giving, like, quartz out to the wizard lately, it seems, but better than nothing. The wizard does have some very important gifts, namely the jade. That's how we're going to get our initial jade to put into a crystallarium later. I'm going to go ahead and drink the Joja Cola. We love the moon because it's close to us. I don't think I know this reference. Which one is that? That's the thing. There are so many of those early internet memes. I don't think I've like even come across all of them. I know my fair share, but I don't know like I don't think I know like the full extent of them. Moon. The name rings familiar. Your fair share. I like trains. I know that one. I know that one. What's your wolf name? Is that a thing? I don't have a wolf name, I don't think. That's no internet quiz that I've ever taken. Ooh, perfect timing on Caroline here. Love to see it. Moon. And you mentioned caramel dancing, or made you remember the time that you and a friend, the teenage nerds that we are, made a little dance video to that song in a huge shopping mall? Wait, that's so cute! Oh, wait, do you have the link? Is it still on YouTube, or is that a private video? I need to know. Prying, curious minds need to know, Paratiyama. I've got my fair share of embarrassing videos from back in the day. They're still out there if you want to go find them. My old original Let's Play videos, my Rebecca Black Friday cover. All the classics. All the classics. There we go. I thought it would be like 3 p.m. or so. Couldn't remember the exact time, but this just felt right. There you go. Enjoy your quartz. Only on your phone. Chat, I want to test stream delay real quick. I feel like the stream delay, it feels off to me today. So I'm going to count down from 3, 3, 2, 1, go. And when I say go, you're going to type a smiley face in chat. You can prime the smiley face right now, but don't post it until I say go. All right? 3, 2, 1, go. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi. I started seeing them come in around... Well, I saw Durmeisters come in at 3 Mississippi, like right at the end of 3. It was like between like 3 and 5 seconds thereabouts. If you feel like your stream delay is off by any more than that, then I implore you to refresh, because it felt like there was like a longer delay than usual. But for most people, I guess it seems fine. Dur jumped the gun. You put yours in before Dur. Yeah, but you also put a sad face. That doesn't count. I said smiley face. I'm still waiting for your smiley face, Suze. Your stream delay is out of control. You did it as a funny. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Alright, 3 tree seeds. Making good progress. You've had some mini buffers, so you think it's been a delay for you? Yeah, the mini buffers do add up over time. Unfortunately. And I don't have any control over it either. Caroline, thank you for the parsnip soup recipe. But I could really just use with you sending me some spring crops. Pretty please. Pretty please with a quartz on top. I was going to say something, but I forget now. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Someone left a comment on one of the previous VODs. Any VOD watchers who are listening either now in live chat who just happen to be here, or who are listening in the VOD, can you attest to this? That, well, I guess it's a specific set of VOD watchers, because it's VOD watchers who don't have like ad block or YouTube Premium, any way to block ads. Apparently, I've just been letting YouTube do like its automated ad thing on the VODs, because it's kind of annoying to like place like manual ads, but apparently people have been getting like a ton of ads on the VODs. Like an unreasonable amount of ads. And I need to know whether that's like a more isolated occurrence. I responded to them and they responded back saying that it like is somewhat consistent across the VODs, so that gives me concern. There is a lot. Okay. I'll have to adjust that then. I'll have to figure out the settings on that. I do apologize. I didn't realize that the ads were that bad. Because YouTube tells you that it tries to like find like natural breakpoints in the video by using its ad algorithm or whatever. It tells you that it tries to like, you know, like it shows like where all the potential ad breaks could be, and then it tells you like, don't worry, your viewers won't see ads for every single one of these breaks. They'll only see them like a few times throughout the video at natural breakpoints. But I think that they haven't designed it for like VOD specifically. I think it's more designed for like actual like videos. Like videos of a more like natural length, I guess. Yeah, maybe it's not specifically like related to VODs, maybe it's just related to like the length of the videos, and VODs generally just tend to be longer. Because I've also noticed that when I like went to check like the ad like break placement, pretty much all of them are like concentrated in the first 3 hours of the VOD, and then the last like however long the VOD has to go after that has like almost nothing. So I feel like it's skewed in some weird way where it's not accounting for VODs properly. So I'll play around with different things and mess around with that. I didn't realize just how detrimental of an experience it could be. I know a lot of people do have like ad blocker or YouTube Premium and that sort of thing these days, but for those who don't, I don't want the experience to be like unwatchable either. I saw a few people here in chat mention that. Yeah, it's a common thing. So you got so fed up with repetitive ads, you paid for Premium. Yeah, Premium has honestly been like Paying for YouTube Premium. I mean, I hate that I like have to pay for it, but I've gotten so much value out of it just because of how much YouTube I do watch, like have on in the background or whatever. I've gotten a lot of value out of it. If you watch like a consistently like pretty high amount of YouTube, I definitely think that YouTube Premium is worth it. Your mileage may vary though. Can I make a comment about the Trout Derby weather pattern from Puffertle? You may. Because that's such a specific comment, I'm curious to see. Paid for premium because the stupid ads kept waking you up while you slept. Oh, that's the worst when you got something on to like fall asleep to and like some ad comes in blaring. Like you're just listening to something like nice like quiet video essay or something, and then all of a sudden, hi, Billy Mays here. I know not Billy Mays, but showing my age with that one with the Billy Mays reference. But the ads do end up being like so much louder a lot of the time. I guess because they're like trying to pull your attention or whatever. If the Trout Derby has been added, then why hasn't the Goby? Asking real questions. I don't know why if Puffertle has been updated for 1.6, I don't know why the Goby's not in there. I always clean under the cushions. It's your turn this week. I'm in my voice acting era. You're being childish, Haley. I do the vast majority of the work in this house, and you know it. Hello! Oh, it's that new girl from the farm. She has a name, you know. It me, Eleanor. Hey, I bet you'll understand my point of view here. Oh, I'm really sorry to involve you in this, Eleanor. Haley is complaining because I asked her to clean under the cushions. My real answer to this would be like, who the heck cleans under the cushions? That's my real answer to this. Why not have this be your one weekly job, girl? Seems like a fair compromise to me. That was a great solution. I've just straight up never cleaned under the cushions. At least not under, like, couch cushions. Ooh, clicks. But what is that achievement? Clicks. Reach a 5-heart friendship level with 4 people? Holy. And still no mail gifts. Still no mail gifts, even after all this. Even when I do clean under the cushions, it's not on a weekly basis. Cleaning under couch cushions feels like it should be a yearly chore, if you're gonna do it at all. I don't know, like, I just don't... I guess, like, maybe I underestimate just the amount of dirt that builds up under a couch cushion over time. But it feels like it's, like... Even if I do clean it out, is it gonna really impact my life all that much? I can't see under the cushions. I can't feel under the cushions. Maybe it'll make like, the air cleaner around me, because, like, there will be fewer, like, dirt particles in the air when I sit down. I don't know. Used to do it a lot when your senior dog was around. She was a stinky girl. I can understand it a bit more with pets, I guess. Yeah, if you got like dogs and yeah, if you got more pets that are like, that makes sense. We generally don't have to worry about too much of that with Melba, though. Melba's very... we very seldom even see Melba. And when we do, she's always, like... She goes between, like, into, like, one of 2 spots, and she's always, like, very prim and proper. Ooh! Hello, Mr. Quee. Mr. Quee's magical mystery boxes. Mystery boxes can now be found. ... The only benefit that could possibly serve me is if I have the Helpers Bundle and need 5 mystery boxes. Which I don't know yet. Because otherwise I have no means to actually open mystery boxes. even if I did, like, bite the bullet and get the Geode Crusher recipe, which I'd have to do, like, 50 combat experience to even get that, you still can't open mystery boxes with the Geode Crusher. Which, like, can I ask why? Real talk. I know it's called a Geode Crusher and a mystery box is not a geode, but, like, for real, though. Why can't we just open all the geode-related items with a Geode Crusher? It would be so nice. Let me open my gold coconuts, my artifact troves, my mystery boxes. Let me just do it all with the Geode Crusher. Please. New tree seed hype, by the way. You got your Price of Perfection yesterday. Oh my gosh, wait. And I got a largemouth bass today. I think I already have that one, don't I? We both have reasons to celebrate. Dragonic Moon, well done. Very well done indeed. How long did it take you in-game years? We're looking for final in-game date. How long did it take you? I'm so curious. Yeah, and also, what's the final price? Because I have my own calculated final price for 1.6 Price of Perfection, and I'd be curious to see if ours differ at all. Year 18, summer 24. That doesn't seem too bad, actually. Oh, I gotta increase my trash. 400 trash, by the way. Happy 400 trash day. They posted stats in the Discord. Ooh, wait, I gotta check. Over in the challenge section of the Discord, perhaps? Price of Perfection. Oh yeah, you got your shop. I remember seeing this all before. Did you post, like, final stats? 7,332,460 gold. Hold on, I actually want to check my own notes. Price of Perfection, 1.6. I have the exact same number in my notes, Pog. Oh. I have the exact same number. Alright, huge. Love when it worked. I was so nervous for a second. I was like, oh my gosh, did you find something I didn't? Did I find something you didn't? That would actually be, like, even worse, probably. But no, if we both landed on the same things, then that's a good sign. That is a good sign, if we independently landed on the same things. Well done. Well done, Dragonic Moon. That is fantastic. Huge congratulations. That is a heck of a time investment on that one. I was going to say, where's Robin? But then I realized it's Tuesday. Classic Tuesday schedule with Robin. You want to wait for Robin? Yeah, she comes out at 9:30. It's easy enough here. Now you'll be the expert for Argon when she runs the challenge. I'll know who to turn to if I do have questions, that's for sure. If I have questions for for your own personal experience. Now I know that someone has actual lived experience through the entire thing. That is exciting. You might think I would be able to spin this challenge that I'm doing right now into like a 1.6 Price of Perfection, but unfortunately not, actually. The inability to gain levels causes me to have to, like, spend money that I otherwise wouldn't have to spend in Price of Perfection at specifically for certain traveling cart crops. Because normally I would just be able to, like, grow those from either, like, mixed seeds or Skull Cavern seeds or whatever the case may be. Also, chat, I did some testing. Because we were talking previously on either the last stream or one of the previous streams for Null Farm about the strat to get into the desert without spending the money. where you, because normally, obviously, you have to buy a ticket to go to the desert. That's 500 gold that we would want to try to avoid spending if at all possible. There is a way to get into the desert if you reach 0 health in the quarry mines during the desert festival. You'll wake up at Harvey's tent in the desert. And I tested to see whether that actually loses you money when you do that, and it does not lose you money. I hit 0 HP with money in my pocket, plenty of money in my pocket, during the Desert Festival, woke up at the Desert Festival, no money spent. It does not cost you money to do that. And you lost an Earth Crystal? I did not lose an Earth Crystal, but you sound like you're speaking from experience. I didn't lose anything. Yeah, I didn't lose... if you don't have any items on you, I don't think I had any items in my inventory at the time. Desert Festival takes calico eggs instead, but only if you have some. That is so hype. That is so good! It's such a perfect way to get into the desert without having to resort to cactus fruit shenanigans. You lost an Earth Crystal that was not in your bag. Huh? Where'd Emily go? Does Emily have like a doctor's appointment or something today, or did she just like leave early for some other reason? You know what I'm realizing now? I have like high enough friendship with most of these people that I could actually just like go into their rooms like that. I don't have to like wait for their schedules anymore. I don't know where Emily is at today. Maybe she's already at the saloon somehow. Oh no, she's at aerobics. She's at aerobics. I'm a fool. Of course, it's Tuesday, so she's at aerobics. Perhaps because you didn't have money? Maybe. Like, where did you lose the Earth Crystal from? Like, from a chest? Or was it just like an Earth Crystal that manifested only for you to lose it? I would need to see the tape on that one. Did you record your Price of Perfection? Or did you just do it, like, for funsies on your own? It manifested. How very peculiar. This is my second largemouth bass, I think, if memory serves. Did I put the largemouth bass that I previously had into the luau soup? Or what did I put into the luau soup? I'm trying to remember. It was some kind of fish. It was, and if I did put any fish in there, it might have been the largemouth bass, because I knew I could get another one from Linus. Let's see, I had some stuff on. I got freaking mixed seeds on that on that table there. What over here? Nothing on that one. I think these are the only 3 tables that I had anything on, so I think it was the largemouth bass. You know what? Put it back on the table. Put it back on the freaking table. I could always make more chests here pretty easily. Storing things on tables is kind of funny. Just a few tears when you had to reset the whole thing. I do remember that when you had to reset. You were talking about that in chat at one point. That is so tragic. This is such a beautiful village. Still enjoy seeing it. I do like how it looks, even if it is like entirely just like a function, like a mechanical thing. There's a practical reason that we have all these little cabins together here. It is very fun to see it. Those dang blueberry seeds. That's the yeah, I remember that. Okay, you didn't factor for the blueberry seeds originally in your. Or you didn't factor for the fact that you could get blueberry seeds from Skull Cavern. Is that what it was? So you bought them from Pierre? Exactly, yeah. Yeah, thankfully, I'm very thankful in my research that I found you don't have to ever buy a seed from Pierre. I'm pretty sure, right? We have the same numbers, you and I, Dragonic Moon, so it should be true that you don't have to buy any seed at any point from Pierre, right? Ooh, another acorn. Love to have that. Absol, thank you for the kind words, and thank you for the good luck wishes. 07 to you. casual 134 hours in. Yeah, I don't believe you have to buy any seeds from Pierre, which is really good, because if you did, then the optimal way to do price of perfection would be on 25% profit margin, because 25% profit margin not only decreases the amount you get from like selling stuff, which is the main thing, but it also decreases specifically the sell price of seeds at Pierre's shop. Like parsnips cost, like I think they cost like what, 20 gold? So in 25% profit margin, they get affected by that too, and they cost 5 gold. So if you had to buy even one seed from Pierre, then the optimal way to play would be on 25% profit margin, which would make like the rest of the challenge just that much worse. Like you effectively have to make 4 times as much money for all the things that you do eventually have to buy. It is very fortunate that that is not the case. Getting money of 500 is great and 25% profit margin. I guess that's fair, yeah. If the starting money doesn't change, but the seeds get cheaper, that is pretty nice. $25% profit margin seems like one of those things I would never, like... I wouldn't want to do without, like, good reason, like something like a price of perfection, where it would actually, like, impact the final number. I wouldn't want to have it on for, like, a challenge for any other reason, really, just because, like, it's not really challenging, it's just time-consuming. Which is not, like, it doesn't change the way you play the game at all, it just makes you have to, like, do more of the same stuff you were already doing in the first place. Which is not really usually what I'm looking for when it comes to, like, a challenge run. I could see it. I think the original reason it was introduced was for, like, multiplayer. To, like, help balance out multiplayer if you want a bit more of a challenge multiplayer-wise. Which, that makes sense to me. That if you had, like, a bunch of players, you wanted on, like, lower profit margins so that you have to all kind of do more work together in order to make things happen, but yeah, just playing on your own. Starting to recognize the skong music now. We love the High Hall soundtrack in here. We love it. Previously, yeah, I was going to the Wizard first. That was closed on Wednesdays anyway. Shoot. I was going to the Wizard first because I wanted to leave time for Caroline and Emily to come out of their bedrooms, but now I'm realizing I can just, like, go in here and talk to them whenever the heck I want. Before it was released, before it was fixed, there were a few bugs, though. The profit margin. Garlic seeds were reduced price at Pierre's, but not at the Desert Festival. Sunflower seeds were still 200 at Pierre's, but had the 25% price at Joja. And trap bobbers and others were not affected. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. You would think it would be easy to implement, like, a 25% profit margin just, like, across the board, at least as far as, like, selling things. Just make it so, like, hey, there's, like, a line of code where it's like, hey, if you have 25% profit margin, you get 25% of whatever you put into the shipping bin, regardless of what it is, or whatever you sell to shops. I guess maybe it would have to be more complicated once you factor in selling to shops and stuff, but... Oh, it was night market. That makes more sense. There's night market where the price wasn't reduced. Or where it was reduced. No, where it wasn't reduced. Not that bad to play in 25% profit margin when you have the parrot, because the parrot's not reduced. That's interesting, actually. It feels like the parrot, like the profits from the parrot should be reduced. Not me giving ideas to Concerned Ape to help make 25% profit margin, like, even harder, but, like, logically speaking, you would think that the money you get from the parrot would only be 25% of what it normally is. Because that's profits right there. Those are profits right there. They should be quartered, should they not? Oh, I skipped my freaking debris day this week. Ooh, we might have to make up for it here. I might have to go and do an extra debris day just today. I completely forgot to do it this past Monday. We'll do my garbages first, though. We'll do my garbage and my friendship run first, and then we should have still have plenty of time to check our debris. Hopefully not too many extra trees grew. Thanks to my negligence. Problem with 25% profit margin is that to reach 100k for the freshly cooked chi quest means you have to do 400k fresh cooked food. Oof, I didn't even think about that, yeah. Thankfully, that's not like a required quest, but still, if you want to do that quest, then I want to pull a prank on my dad. I'll need a diamond. Keep it secret. Why do I think Abigail's trying to hustle me? Hey, I have this really funny prank idea in mind. All I need is a single diamond. Trust me, it's going to be so worth it. It's going to be so funny. I just need one diamond. Girl, what kind of prank calls for a diamond? 2250 is so worth it. I mean, she does pay for the diamond, to be fair. I guess that's a valid point. She does pay for the diamond, so she can't possibly really be trying to hustle me. She even pays more than like the market value for the diamond by a considerable margin. So it must be worth it to her. Blade posted a video about a neat little tea sapling trick a couple of hours ago. I recommend checking it out after stream. Ooh, I always love a new Blade video. Blade always teaches me something I usually have no idea about. Tea saplings. What could possibly be to do with tea saplings that would warrant a Blade video? Very curious indeed. I want to see, can I get like an inkling of it? If I just go to my YouTube page, it'll probably just be like up there in my recommended videos. It's literally the first recommended video. It's the first recommended video. Chat, can you guess what the second recommended video on my homepage is right now? Can you guess what the second one is? No? I'll give you a hint. You're watching it right now. You're here right now, watching it, experiencing it. Why is that recommended to me? Stealing tea saplings. Tea saplings are broken again, is the title of Blade's video. Stealing tea saplings. Very curious. It looks like some way to yoink this tea sapling from Caroline's sunroom, maybe? So you can get tea saplings without having to craft the tea sapling yourself? I mean, it's a mechanic that you can just like get tea leaves from her tea sapling if you have access to that sunroom. That's always been a thing. But taking that tea sapling, that would be interesting. YouTube, how did you know? How did you know? Quest rewards are not reduced by 25%, so all Pierre's board and Bulletin board quests are great. That's good to know that there are some like kind of workarounds for the 25% profit margin thing. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Still obviously more of a pain than actually just playing it with basic profit margin, 100% profit margin, but glad to know there is some tech there. That's cool. That is cool. Demetrius is probably heading, I'm guessing, doctor's office. He's not normally out this early. Hello, Fairy Armor. A while ago, regular Eyepatch Wolf was streaming and watching game trailers on autoplay, and YouTube played his own stream back at him. You'd think YouTube would be able to figure that one out. Not to like they don't need to recommend you your own videos and your own streams. It mostly only happens to me with my streams and my VODs that I get recommended them for some reason, but I have had it a couple of times where I get recommended like my fishing video, like the Master Angler video. That shows up in my recommended video every so often. It's like, hey, just in case you forgot you made this. Like, yeah, thanks. I put a lot of time and effort into that video. I don't think I'm going to forget I made it anytime soon. Hey, speaking of Caroline's sunroom, I can actually go in there today. Is she in here right now? Ooh, free tea leaf for me? I'm meaning to show you this is my private sunroom. So what do you think? Not as good as my farm! No, it's very relaxing. Not a contest. It's not a contest. Although I don't have freaking tea saplings. Just finished rewatching that one and saw this stream on your recommendations. That's how you got here, Absol? Wait, hi. Hope you enjoyed it. I will have a cup of tea. Doesn't give me experience, doesn't give me money. It doesn't cost me money, I guess. If it gave me money, then that'd be nice. My little ritual. Let me try to explain. Where the heck is this? Do you think this will get explained in Haunted Chocolatier? What if that's like our starting place in Haunted Chocolatier? We get to see this like beautiful castle. My mind is empty and free to wander. Who knows what might appear? Also canon that Caroline wears green nail polish to match her hair. Don't know what the heck that was all about, but there you go. Hope that makes sense. Life can be pretty hectic, so having a hobby like this is nice. Nice, relaxing hobby. Beautiful. Does not make sense at all, and I won't pretend it does. Boom. You feeling relaxed? I bet. I want your tea sapling. Ooh, but you can chop it. I didn't even know that it made like a little like chop. I've never tried to chop the tea sapling. Blade, am I doing it right? Something tells me this is not what you're supposed to. The fact that you can actually chop it at all, though, is kind of interesting. Imagine the rare seed only being profitable in gold or iridium quality. That's 25% profit margin. Actually, you are? I'm laughing because I know. Wait, was I actually going to do it right? Was I about to steal her tea sapling? Maybe... Oh, wait, what if it's like... What if the way that Concerned Ape made it so you don't steal the tea sapling is just by giving the tea sapling, that particular tea sapling, like absurdly high health? Instead of just making it like unbreakable via the code or something, what if it just has like an insanely high health? So you just have to hit it like enough times? And if you have like the determination and the energy to do so... You're laughing too, you watch the video on your phone. I can't wait to look back at this and laugh at myself. I shouldn't need tea leaves for anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and sell them. Did I up the trash? Well, let's think. 2 seasons. So 56 days times 8 will be 448. I haven't done 3 of those days, the 26th, 27th, 28th, so minus 24 brings me to 424. Is that can't be right? I missed like 2 days worth of adding the trash? Maybe. Then we'll check that. It would be 25... Actually, no, that makes sense. Yeah, 25 times 8 is 200. Plus 224 for the first season, so 424. My bad. Won't be the last time I miss adding the trash, I'm sure, but as long as we stay relatively on top of it. Casual 50 gold for the tea leaves, NBD. Quick hydration break here. Alright, keep the good times rolling. We are almost into fall here. Almost into fall on our garbage searching escapades. Thanks for stopping by my sunroom yesterday. Tea sapling recipe hype. Not that I'm ever really going to take advantage of that, I'm afraid, but... Alright, traveling cart day coming in. Oh, I forgot I have to do debris day. Shoot, I was gonna redo that yesterday. Yeah, green rain was last stream. We don't have to worry about green rain. Let's see. Nothing. Nothing doing. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna start with debris instead. That way I don't forget about it here. I'm just gonna start by going through and clearing out debris, and then we'll go do the trash and stuff after. Are you gonna head out there, Antonia? Sorry you're not feeling well. Sorry that things are all out of sorts for you. Ooh, 4 more cherry bombs. I'm not sorry about that. 4 cherry bombs for my trouble. These supply crates have been very kind to me. Feel better, though, yeah. If you are heading out, then feel better. I'm wishing you the best. As always. Put this one up. $200 strikes with the axe, then you get the tea sapling in Caroline's room. So it is like the health was just increased so high that you would probably give up before you hit it. Wait, are you memeing, or is that the truth? I don't know if you're telling me the truth of the video right now or if you're memeing. Go watch Blade's video, by the way, first and foremost. I'm gonna watch it after the stream here for sure. I don't want to leave before she tries it. I could try it, I guess, yeah. If it is 200 hits, that's what Blade said in his video. That's the only intel I got. I can't tell whether chat's trying to troll me. We are 1 day away, which means... Oh, wait. Tomorrow's April Fool's Day, which means that we have to be on high alert, chat. Some places in some time zones are in April Fool's Day right now. We have to be careful. We have to be careful. Is New Zealand in April Fool's Day? Is New Zealand... What time is it in New Zealand right now? New Zealand... Wait a second. 9:31 a.m. on April 1st. I don't know what to believe. It could just... I'd have to watch the... I still have to watch the video. It could be a coincidence, or Blade could be doing a little bit of trolling. What if he's not? Try it yourself. You want me to go and hit the tea sapling for 200 times? Just to test it? I could just watch the video and then tell you after the fact. But I don't have to test it live right now. Obviously. Why would it be 200 hits specifically? I didn't need to hit that tree seed. Honestly, I should just like hit pretty much all the tree seeds, I think, regardless of whether they're adjacent to a tree or not, just to make it easier. That way, I just don't have to think about it. I don't think there's any two ways around it. We have to get in pretty deep here to be able to hit all these trees. 200 is a round number, which would imply that Concerned Ape did it on purpose if it was a round number. If it was like some weird number, then it would seem like more like it's a thing that like was not intended but can be done regardless. Blade has never trolled us ever. You're 100% right. Blade has not been known to troll anybody. Have a good night there, Savon. Have a good night. Blade has never done anything but be perfectly honest and forthright with all of his knowledge when it comes to Stardew Valley. He never has a little bit of fun with it and does anything nefarious. Not even a little bit. Okay, those seedlings are fine right there. Keeping my eyes peeled, keeping my eyes peeled. The seedling can go. I want to get to that one. I'm just gonna have to do something like that. Unfortunate. There's a tree right there, a little sapling. I don't really need to get to it. Honestly, I might as well just leave it. Not like I have a huge need for the wood right now. Okay. See right there. Help a girl out and tell Antonia right now. What happened? Wait. What do I need to tell Antonia? You're actually gonna go to bed? No fooling. Do go to bed. Go to bed. Take care of yourself. Be well. If I'm gonna try it or not. I am gonna try it, yes. I am gonna try it, but you should still go to bed. You just tried it on your farm sale? And you got the ... there, which could mean that either it didn't work and you are disappointed, or it did work and you're flabbergasted at the fact that it worked. I have no way of knowing which. Alright, get rid of all these tree seeds here. Boom. These ones next to these. I'll leave these ones because they're actually pretty easy to get to if I do want some more wood. Once they properly grow in. Anything from this tree? No. Okay. Alright. Good debris clearing sesh. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. That is 12 cherry bombs. How many did we need total? I needed 14 total for all my tree bombing escapades. So we're definitely getting more. We're getting all the cherry bombs we need before all of the... we're getting all the cherry bombs we need before all the tree seeds we need. Tree seeds are going to be much slower here. There's absolutely 0% chance Blade isn't trolling. I trust my good friend Blade. Ooh, tree seed. It's just very strange timing that he would post it on April Fool's Day. It is somewhat strange timing. I'll admit that. But I think it's just happenstance. I don't even know if they celebrate April Fool's Day in New Zealand, to be honest with you. I have no idea. I can't go in and test it today because I don't have the energy to test it today. I would need to go and get more food. Plus, I'm pretty sure Pierre just closed anyway. So I'll test it tomorrow. I'll grab plenty of food and I'll test it tomorrow. Remember water bombs? Okay, that was one time, and I'm still not entirely convinced that water bombs don't work if you get the timing right. I feel like Blade is just built different, and that if you do get the timing right with the water bombs, it could still work. Water bombs? If you time it exactly perfectly right, you can put a bomb down and water the bomb with your watering can, and instead of the bomb exploding all of the tiles, it will water all of the tiles instead. So if you get good at it, you can put like a mega bomb in all your crops, and water the mega bomb, and it'll spread the water out and water all your crops for you. Fun fact, this is not true. I just heard a tree fall down. I heard a tree fall down. Where was that? Lightning? Lightning tree chopping for extra sap and profit? I need to go and find that. Oh, I see it. I see it immediately on the screenshot. It's not that far away. Water bombs are not true. I haven't gotten good enough to actually like get it myself. Every time I do it, I just bomb my crops, but you know what? I trust Blade. I trust Blade. Five sap. I think that's more sap than I currently have. It's exactly, we just doubled our sap. Huge. How many tree seeds do I have now? 4, 7. Okay, I need 5 more still in order to actually do tree bombing. Alright. Off to bed. Let's grab some food here. Let me grab all the food that I have. Actually, you know what? Don't even need all this. Probably just like these field snacks and the bread will be enough to keep the inventory nice and clean. I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic about our chances here. You're telling me if I hit the tea sapling 200 times in a row in Caroline's tea room, then I will get a tea sapling out of it. Which would be huge, actually. That would be pretty huge. I can steal Caroline's tea sapling. Free tea sapling for me. I don't even need to craft it. Only one way to find out for sure. Let's test it. Live on stream. Should I watch the video first to confirm that this is actually what Blade wants me to do? We should respawn after re-entering the room, test it so we don't have to. Nah, just chop it? Alright. Alright. If you say so. Alright, I just gotta wait for Pierre's to open now. I'm even gonna forego all my friendship checking. Because I'm so excited. I'm so excited to test this new strat that known Stardew Valley expert Blade has come up with. To get infinite tea saplings, if you have the energy, what if it gives you XP? Then we'll reset the day. We'll reset the day. This is so curious. Use your axe to break the glass door. Okay. Now I know you're trolling. I'll confirm that's what he wants done. Need Pam energy tonic. I need to go get the Statue of Blessings real quick. Infinite energy buff. Alright, pardon me, excuse me. Caroline, hope you don't mind. I'm gonna go into your tea room real quick. Do I have 400 energy? I've got 268 plus all this. That's 150 right there. That's another... we have enough. We have enough, yeah. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Caroline, don't interrupt me. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Quick snack break. Quick little snack break at the halfway point here. I should need another 200 energy in order to hit this enough. Let's just get up to 200. Perfect. 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130, 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136, 137, 138, 139, 140, 141, 142, 143, 144, 145, 146, 147, 148, 149, 150. Quick little break, quick little break. We're almost there. We're gonna make it. Sorry, Caroline. She's like, I've had enough of this. 151, 152, 153, 154, 155, 156, 157, 158, 159, 160, 161, 162, 163, 164, 165, 166, 167, 168, 169, 170, 171, 172. It works! It works! It's beautiful! Yay, T-sapling for me! Ooh! Actually huge! Okay! He's not trolling! He's not trolling! Now leave and come back? Oh my gosh, it's real. And I get an extra, and it spawns with another tea leaf on it. Oh. It's real. Chad, it's so real. I thought it was April Fool's. It wasn't even 200 hits. Did I get any experience for that? No foraging experience. Any farming experience? I don't think so, right? Endless tea leaves? He was trolling by posting it today. He wanted you to think it was a troll. It's actually real. Real infinite tea saplings. That's actually kind of crazy. Found your endless money glitch. It's a lot of energy to put into getting, like, what is this worth? $250? There are probably better ways to do it, but I mean, this is a way. This is a way, only limited by your patience and by your persistence. I assume, can you make it go faster if you have like a better axe though? I assume so. Like if you have like an iridium axe, like a powerful iridium axe. I wonder how many hits it would take then. If you plant them, you get an infinite amount of tea. Wait, true. Animation canceling? So it's infinite money at the cost of your real life fingers, is what you're telling me. At the cost of your own, you acquire arthritis, but you get infinite money in Stardew Valley. Still 200. The 200 is not dependent on the axe type. It did not take me 200 hits. It took me 172. I don't know where the 200 hits number is coming from. That did not take me 200 hits. There's no way I miscounted by that much. Am I keeping or resetting the day? I mean, I didn't break any of my rules for the challenge. I didn't get any extra experience, and I didn't, like, spend any money, so I think I'm free to keep this, right? I could use this to get all the money I need. Not that we even need that much money for this challenge, so it's not, like, super beneficial for this challenge specifically. But in future challenge runs, I mean, I feel like that's got to be, like, a glitch, for sure. That's got to be counted as a glitch. So I don't know if that would be like a valid strategy in future challenge runs. Glitch / exploit. Doesn't feel like the intended way to play, but it's a fun little thing. Fun little quirk of the system. Then you'll have the vault done in no time. My problem right now is not getting enough money to, like, get the vault. It's unlocking the vault in the first place. It's completing enough bundles to actually have the vault show up. Right now, I'm working towards the sticky bundle in the most roundabout way. And all these foraging bundles at the same time, technically. The exotic foraging bundle we can't do until the... whatchamacallit. Now we just have, like, a freaking tea sapling if I want it. Yeah, you don't get experience for chopping tea saplings. That's so silly. That's so silly. I went AFK and now this. I will be selling it. I don't have time for tea sapling farming in my life. I'll get plenty of money from my other garbage pursuits. Don't you worry about that. Do you get experience for chopping fruit trees? I don't believe so, actually. Memory serves, I don't think you do get foraging experience for chopping down fruit trees. Hello, Moon. You get wood? Okay. Do you get sap? That would be a terrible way to get sap. Having to wait like a full season for the fruit tree to grow. I'd have to test that. I don't think you get sap for it, though. Doesn't sound right. I've chopped down fruit trees in the past. Not very often, but just to, like, move them, just to move them around. Curious thought. Not that I can really, like, get fruit trees anyway. 100 gold for a gravel path. About as cheap as they come at the traveling cart here. I didn't realize until actually, like, looking into it that the minimum price for something at the traveling cart is just 3 times its normal sell price, or 100 gold, whichever one is higher. So the minimum price is, the lowest it can go is 100, the high, and then it's just like 3 times the minimum sell price for otherwise minimum. I should have known there was, like, some formula behind the traveling cart prices, and I probably could have looked into it and figured it out, but until looking into it relatively recently, I didn't realize that. Yeah, you can get saplings via prize tickets. You need, like, 2 prize tickets to get your first tree seed, I think. Rare seeds are worth 333.33333. I think the minimum price for a rare seed is, what, 600? Which I assume means that you can sell it for, like, 200? Ooh, tree seed. Tree seed for me on the final garbage can of summer. Very, very nice. Do I want to wait until... Do I want to go to the festival tonight? Moonlight Jelly Festival? I think we can skip it. Rare seeds are not always 1,000, no. You can get a rare seed for 600 gold. Don't throw the glasses away. They're a liked gift for Evelyn. But I don't need Evelyn to be my friend. If I was going for perfection, a train is passing through Stardew Valley. Ooh, if I go now, am I even going to make it in time? Am I going to make it in time? What if this is the year we see the rare green Moonlight Jelly? I'll try for the train here. I think it's just too unlikely. For the rare green Moonlight Jelly, I think it's like... I know we've gotten pretty lucky over the past, like, several times we've gone to that festival, and we've managed to actually find it. I can't see that train of luck keep going. I feel like it's just, like, not even worth it. The amount of time we'd have to wait just to get a chance at it. You have to believe. I'm optimistic, but let's be real. At a certain point, optimism has to give way to realism. The rare green Moonlight jelly only shows up 1 every 7 million Dance of the Moonlight Jelly festivals on average. We've gotten insanely lucky to be able to see it as many times as we have. Ooh, coal. Don't mind if I do. A little stone to boot, why not? Worth 4 pieces of coal and 2 pieces of stone from this train. So worth it. So very worth it. A whole 6 items. Yippee! Rhea, hello, hello. Transitioned from jealous, moving towards acceptance. For Sivan, getting the double rare green Moonlight jelly. I'm hyped. I'm hyped about that. That's huge. I've never seen the rare green Moonlight jelly, but I can appreciate a rare green Moonlight jelly when it shows up. Should be more careful swinging my scythe around trees like that. If I hit the ones that have moss on them, then that's foraging experience. Gotta be a wee bit careful about that. Did I see Fresh Funk Produce's resub? I think I internalized it, but I don't know if I actually responded to it. Fresh Funk Produce, if I didn't say it before, thank you for the 19 months of the Electron level. You're not superstitious, but you are a little stitious. Just a tad bit of stitiousness. Thank you very much for the long-term support and generosity. Really appreciate you. Cheers. You swear you've gotten it every year? Is that not true for everyone? Every year, Luna? That's crazy. It's a 1 in at least 7 million chance per year. You're so lucky, but I'm also very lucky because I've also seen it at every single festival. Maybe there's like a bug in the code. Surely not, though. Surely not. Every year here, too? Chat, what's going on? We're the luckiest community around. No one's seeing this many rare green Moonlight jellies. That's crazy. Happy fall, happy debris day. And finally a gift from the wizard. Okay. Finally a gift in the mail at all, actually, now that I think about it. Frozen Tear is not what I want. Frozen Tear is not relevant to our cause here. Wizard can't send me anything for my current bundles, but he can send me Jade, which I can eventually, once I get access to the desert, I can trade for staircases. So I think we reset until we get the Jade, because resetting does give you a different item from the mail. Purple Mushroom, also pretty good, but no thank you. That's the next best thing we could get from him. I think there's only 4 things we can get. Purple Mushroom, Frozen Tear, Fire Quartz, and Jade. Okay, Razzie, I got all day. You think I'm not willing to reset this many times for a 25% chance? You are sorely mistaken. I am a little ruffled that you gave me the 3 things that I don't want before the 1 thing that I do, but you know what? It's the way the math works out sometimes. There we go. Easy. Easy peasy. First Jade. First Jade towards our staircase allotment, which will eventually be quite important. Alright, it is debris day as well today. Don't let me forget. Should I start streaming? Yes. Yes, you should. Chat, if you ever get the inkling to start streaming, you should try it at least 1 time. See how you feel about it. Ooh, smallmouth bass. I don't think that's useful for the community center. That's noteworthy. Right now? I mean, if you want to. You want to. I'm sure if anyone in the community started streaming and you like shared it with the community, then you'd have like you'd have a few people at least popping over to say hello. If anyone out there right now is listening and looking to get into streaming, that is probably like one of the best things, one of the best ways to get started streaming is ingratiate yourself into an existing streamers community. 2 tree seeds back to back, huge. You know, like spend time getting to know people, making friends, making connections, build, and like actually becoming like a part of that community. And then if you yourself start streaming, then like people in that community will be very excited and they'll want to check you out. What more often happens is that you've already started streaming and you're not existing in any other communities. So you go into like some other big streamers community and you're posting in chat like, hey, someone check out my stream, and no one knows who the heck you are, so you get instantly banned. That's not cool. Don't do it that way. Don't do it that. Don't just go around to random places and like effectively like that's the internet equivalent of cold calling people. No one likes that. No one appreciates that, and you will only hurt your chances of getting your stream recognized if you do something like that. It takes a lot more time and energy to obviously, you know, get in people's good graces and make friends and make connections, but it's worth it. Plus, then you'll have some like friends. You'll have some friends. You'll meet some cool people. You thought about making videos? Can't stop thinking about it, which means you probably should. I think you should give it a try. If you have like an idea for a video, even if you don't want to like make videos like consistently, no one ever says you have to make like videos like all the time. If you just have like an idea or two for some videos, make them, put them out in the world, and get them off your mind at the very least. What if I, an occasional chatter, mostly lurker? It can be harder for lurkers, because like people might not recognize you as much, but a lot of lurkers do at least have some recognizability, because they've chatted at least like once or twice, especially on like lurker callouts around here. It can be harder to get that recognition, but... People kind of scare you, though. I mean, honestly, same, but... if you do want to stream or make videos or have some kind of presence on the internet, you have to get over that in some capacity. Not, like, entirely. I'm still scared of interacting with people on a pretty regular basis, but... Bronte, I think for the 34 months at the Electron level, by the way. Thank you, thank you. Greatly appreciate the generosity and the support. Long term. Love having you here. Used to stream on Twitch for your wonderful 3 viewers. Post videos now occasionally, but it's a lot of work. I mean, honestly, that's the best feeling, is when you get, like, consistent viewers. Regardless of how many there are, if you get, like, consistent viewers who are always showing up, that's, like, so fun. That's the most fun thing. And we have, like, quite a few consistent viewers around here, which makes it that much more entertaining. And not only do we have consistent viewers, but we have a consistent soundtrack, too. Look at this. Get your kazoos out in chat. If you don't have a kazoo, then just drop a homie in chat. Drop a homie in chat for the kazoom enjoyment. Consistent viewers? What's that? Curious. Wait, I gotta go talk to Emily as well. Emily as well here. Yeah, when it comes to, like, stream viewers, chatters, all that, quality over quantity is almost always the best feeling. I would rather have 10 highly active, involved chatters and no other viewers than 1,000 viewers who just don't do anything. Who I don't recognize and who are just, like, showing up for who knows what reasons. There's like 1,000 strangers versus 10 friends. Give me the 10 friends every time. Granted, I do think it's the most fun when you find, like, your happy medium between, like, good, consistent, like, recognizable community members and, like, a good amount of them to, like, keep the conversation going regardless of, like, how many people might be there at the same time. Good to know, because sometimes we yap a lot. I appreciate the yapping, honestly. I appreciate the yapping, having an active chat. Just seeing, like, conversation going in chat, even if it's not conversation related to, like, the actual stream, even if it's just, like, amongst other chatters, it's still cool to see. It shows that the community is, like, you know, alive and well, even when I'm not, even when I'm a non-factor in the community. When I'm talking about some random nonsense, and people are out here talking like crochet patterns and stuff. It's hype. I love it. I love seeing stuff like that. The thing with making videos is that you like to make covers of songs and you're very critical of yourself, so sometimes it takes over an hour to film a 3-minute cover. That's so real. Do I need a smallmouth bass? Can I ship it? I shouldn't need a smallmouth bass for anything, for any of the bundles, regardless of what they are. Smallmouth bass. Not used in any bundle. I think maybe someone could ask for it as, like, a quest item. Maybe I'll hold on to it just in case for that. Oh, I forgot I have a freaking amethyst in here. Can I get around to any of these other places over here? Sneak around to this cabin out back here. Move that one. That one over there. Smallmouth bass right there. Fill up the tables. Fill up the tables with random ancillary fish. You know what, I can definitely take the mixed seeds off of this one table that's down here. Free up space for that. Appreciate you, Kazoom. Appreciate you. Hung out with a friend for the first time in ages the other day and told her all about this community. Ooh, I love that. I love that people talk and like share about the community outside the community. That makes me so happy. Alright. Is there anything else I can stockpile here? Amethyst. You know what? We can grab the other amethyst off the table. We're saving tables just for fish. That's where fish go. On the table. Do I have any fish in here that should go on tables? No, we're good. We're covered here. Oh, I did not water my cat. Sorry about that, Nada. Did I pet you? I did. Okay. At least I'm not a total monster. Let's go do some debris clearing here. Bet you thought I forgot. I bet you forgot. It's okay. It's okay if you forgot. No more catfish shrine. There's a catfish shrine. Found this channel after chatting to a friend about Stardew. Ooh. I'm always curious to see where people came from. I think most people probably came from like getting recommended one of my like bigger videos, like the No Level Up Challenge or the Master Angler Challenge, or via one of the collabs I've done with like Salments or somebody like that. I think like 99% of chatters are here from that, from one of those sources. The other 1%? I don't know. Search Stardew Valley on YouTube at some point, just out of curiosity, and somehow stumbled your way here. No level up for you, collab, yeah. This is the first stream you've ever watched consistently. Glad I clicked. Love to hear that, Rhea. Glad that I've been able to entertain you. Wickedy sent me here indirectly after you did the roguelike mod. Randomized perfection, no level up. Now, randomized perfection doesn't have like a dedicated video or anything like that, so that must have just been by virtue of the algorithm recommending like one of the streams at some point. You're the only streamer I watch consistently. I'm honored, thank you. I know there are a lot of streamers out there you could choose from, and many of them stream like so much, it's hard to keep up with them. It's hard to keep up with like multiple streamers consistently, just because of like how much content streamers tend to put out. So if I'm like one of your only like consistently watched streamers, if not your only consistently watched streamer, then I take that as a huge compliment. Thank you, thank you. What do I think about this challenge? 50 days in Stardew Valley and you have to level up a skill every day. Should be doable. It would probably be hard from like a casual perspective, but there are like videos out there of people reaching like mastery in the first spring. So it's definitely like mechanically, mathematically doable. And it would probably be like a more approachable version of that sort of challenge for someone like me who's not like used to crazy min-maxing strats and stuff. I think I've got basically all the seeds cleared out here. It's hard to see in the middle there. But I'll just hope and pray that the middle's not too bad. I have actually thought of a challenge similar to that one where it's like, how long can you go? How many days in a row from the first day could you cook a new dish? Starting on the second day. Assuming you can get to the second day, get foraging level 3, get yourself a cookout kit, and start cooking stuff. How many days would you be able to like cook a new dish? I don't think it's very many, because I think your access to recipes is pretty limited, but maybe there's some tech there. I haven't really like looked into that idea too much. These are the only streams you watch live. You watch Emma's VODs, and also a lot of Funky Frog plays VODs. The chat for the latter is hell, though. We've got a good chat here, I think. We've got a good chat vibe overall. Very friendly, very welcoming chat. You run out of recipes fast, I think. Yeah. Maybe that's why I like stopped looking into that idea, just because I realized that it would like basically just run out of recipes and stuff immediately. But maybe if I do it in my cooking mod, if I add enough recipes and enough sources for those recipes in my cooking mod, maybe it's like a make-your-own challenge type situation. Maybe for that challenge, you should be allowed to get recipes from the Queen of Sauce without doing anything else in the game, and then start the challenge proper in year 3. That could be a good way to do it as well, yeah. Get all your Queen of Sauce recipes and then start the challenge. That could be fun. And then you're more just limited by like how quickly you can get the ingredients. I kind of like that idea. That would be a good twist on it. Or give yourself the cookbook day one. That would effectively be the same, except I guess if you slept like the years you needed to get the Queen of Sauce recipes, then you would also accrue a bunch of debris. Special orders board hype. Ooh. Do I need to complete any special orders for this challenge? Let me have a look. I'm gonna look at my spreadsheet just to like refresh my brain. I feel like I don't. Just looking through. No, I don't think I do. It could still be nice to try and complete them for prize tickets, if the opportunity presents itself. Let's be real, there aren't many of those quests I even realistically could complete. Another tree seed. That might almost be... Is that the 12th tree seed? Distant cousin of the 12th architect, the 12th tree seed? That might be the 12th tree seed. One of these is the 12th tree seed, I swear. I'm looking for a super cucumber. Best of luck with that, Linus. Best of luck. Might be a Meadowlands farm challenge. The cooking one I was talking about there? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because then you have access to eggs relatively early. Fragments of the Past. Technically doable without experience or anything, but very tough. And this one is not doable without experience. Maybe we just pass on both of those. Feel bad that I was introduced to Argon streams by Emma, but now I watch Argon's live and Emma's VODs. Hers is the only other channel I'm a member of, though, so I'm still supporting. I mean, it makes sense. It's unfortunate. I think we do have a lot of audience overlap, but we also like tend to stream at the same time a lot of the time, so it's impossible to like keep up with both like consistently. You're either watching like my VODs and her streams, or vice versa, the way you're doing it. You know what? I forgot to add trash for yesterday as well, I'm realizing. Yeah. Just because, yeah, there's simply just not enough time in the day. I don't mind either way. If you're watching my VODs or watching my lives or even just watching portions of VODs or whatever, if you make time for me in any way whatsoever, I appreciate that. I never expected. Just happy to have you here in whatever capacity you want. A train is passing through Stardew Valley. You know what? This seems like a great time, too. Lurkers in chat. Can I get some 7s from my lurkers? Show appreciation for the lurkers out here. Anyone lurking, playing some games right now? Playing some games, exercising, doing chores, whatever the case may be. If you got me on in the background, nice to have you here. Lurkers are the lifeblood and the backbone of the stream. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you to Minotaur. Thank you, Scientific Motif. APH Brussels. Adorable Sapling. Ashbourne Gaming. Ooh, look at all these geodes. If you're not a lurker, drop a heart in chat for the lurkers. Show your appreciation. One more Stepand. Rags. Dragonic Moon. Suze with the 3.5. Waffles with the 3.5. Mad Chad. Erica Taylor, Kiko Pop, Jess V, Cal Kel, Fairy Armor, Intensive Porpoise, only unlurked because Daisy invoked me, Bug Boy, Moss Music Box, Tatsuhiko Yukimura. Took me a second, but I think I got there. Etway, crocheting. We got a lot of crocheters in chat. You're amongst good company. Julia Sombra. I'm happy you got my name right. I'm glad. I'm always paranoid about reading people's names out because I'm like worried I'm going to get it wrong. If I ever do get your name wrong, feel free to correct me. Only good things can come from if you correct me. Because I want to make sure I'm saying your name right. Robin's not here. She's already off to aerobics. Argon has never said my name? How is that possible, Emsgids? That's how I would say your name. On the fly. Made my day. Made my dad. I love that. Emsgids. Magical, it was perfect? Alright, huge. Let's go. No notes. Just say Daremeister. I do always say Dermeister. Should I be saying Daremeister instead to put the proper emphasis on the E? Daremeister. Change my name IRL to avoid people messing up my name. It's a pro gamer move. That's full commitment right there. Say the master. You know, that would work. That would also work. Nobody's home today. Where'd everybody freaking go? What the flip? Alright. Talk to Caroline here. Oh, that's right. Aerobics. I was literally talking about that earlier. Boom, boom, and boom. The three-peat. Huge. BRB just gonna go get a free tea sapling real quick. Can't believe that actually worked. Why was it 172 hits for me instead of the 200 that I was promised? My theory is that not enough people realize you can just change your first name even if you're not genderqueer. Have fun with it, go nuts. Yeah, no, if you don't like your name, then, like, change your name. It can be, like, inconvenient, I'm sure, but if you really feel like your name's not your name, then go off. I'm Eleanor now. I didn't always used to be. I'm not officially Eleanor, unfortunately. I love being on stream here where I can, like, be more openly myself, but in my day-to-day life, unfortunately, I'm not out as much as I am online. Let's just say that. Boom, 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 boom. Okie dokie. Alright. We're over 3 hours here. Why do I have all these cabins? To protect me from debris. To protect me from debris spreading in and, like, blocking out my house here. Which the grass also does that, but the cabins help too. Break? I think I'm actually going to... I know this is abrupt. I think I'm going to call it an early stream here. Because, chat, I've been bamboozling you this whole day. For, like, basically since the start of the stream, I've had, like, kind of an upset tummy. Even before the stream, I was like, do I keep going or do I... And I'm like... And I've been tanking it. I've been tanking it pretty well, I feel like. But I think I didn't want anyone to worry about me, so I didn't mention it before. But... I think I need to go and let myself rest. Yeah, I'm gonna go rest on this one. But I had fun. I had fun. Sorry for the abrupt end. But, yeah, I think my body's telling me finally, like, hey, girl, like, good for you. I do think, honestly, like, streaming can be a little, like, therapeutic and healing for me. And it's not that bad. Like, like, if it was that bad and I needed, like, proper, like, full bed rest, then I would not be here right now. You can trust me to, like, do that much, but I feel icky enough that I'm willing to call it early here. But hey, thank you all for being here. We'll continue on this beautiful sap-laden journey. I think we got our 12 tree seeds here, right? 5, 9, 12. Yeah, we got our first 12 tree seeds here. So next time we can go ahead and set up our first tree bomb. We'll just have to wait for these 12... We'll find a good spot to grow these 12 trees, wait for them to grow in, and then bombs away. And that'll be a huge boon to our sap. That'll get us a whole bunch of sap. This was an extra nice stream, you feel? I feel pretty good about this stream, too. I think the vibes were on point this stream. Not that they're not, like, usually on point, but, like, even more so today. It felt nice. I say as I look over and see my only crop dead on the ground. I'll have to check. Do I need broccoli? I'll have to check if I need broccoli, or if I need to, like, grow something as far as fall crops go this season. We'll see. Alright, y'all. I am going to get the heck out of here. Let me do the proper streamer thing and see if anyone else is streaming right now. See if I can send you on a raid somewhere else. A little sneaky raccoon raid, because I am ending early. I tabbed out of Stardew at, like, the worst time here. It's giving that, like, wind noise. I hate that. Let's see. Anyone streaming right now? Let me have a look. No one's showing up on my list here. What about over on Twitch? Any Salmon streaming? Is Salmon streaming right now, do you think? No. Someone in my Twitch list is streaming a game called Racoin, though. Racoin. What is that? Coin Pusher Roguelike. Racoin? Does it feature raccoons? That sounds fun. I think I might have heard of that at some point in the past. Habu? Is Habu live right now? Oh, he is live. He's playing Minecraft. MCSR ranked. Doesn't he stream on YouTube as well? Why wasn't he showing up on my YouTube thing? What is this option? Hold on a sec. There's a new option in my stream settings. Dual stream. Automatically generate a vertical cropped version for shorts feed. That sounds awful. How is it going to crop my... I mean, maybe if you're doing a specific kind of stream. But I feel like it would be terrible to watch this specific stream. Like a gameplay stream like this with the shorts feed. Because it would just crop it so terribly, I bet. I'm sure there's a reason for that, though. You'd watch Habu play some Minecraft. I feel like I don't, like, know Habu well enough to just, like, send over, like, a cross-platform raid. If he was, like, on YouTube and I was able to raid him there, but it doesn't seem like I can raid him here. Even though I think he does stream on YouTube. Oh, well. We'll just leave it for now. I digress. Chat. Thank you for joining me. I hope you had fun today. I know I certainly did. I'll be live again on Thursday, assuming that I get over this little stomach kerfuffle I've got going on right now. I think it's just, it feels like a little like one day thing, you know? You know you can like feel when it's gonna like go for a long time or it's gonna be bad. This doesn't feel particularly bad, but it feels like enough that I need to like take it easy for the next little bit here. So I'm gonna go do that. Until next time, friends. Be good to one another, be good to yourselves. This is Argon Matrix, signing on out. Happy Trans Visibility Day. Get yourself some pizza. Wait, I might not be able to enjoy pizza if I have a bad... Oh. Oh, well. Alright. Take care, everyone. This is Argon Matrix signing on out. Thank you and have a good one. Bye-bye!